Welcome, my lovely viewers. So today we're gonna be continuing to exploring Tomáš beautiful control, and Tomáš gonna be with us again. Hello, Tomáš.
Hello, hello. I'm so happy, Arkan, you like this Esper control, and I'm so happy with this list. I haven't been so happy with like Legacy deck for a long time because it really feels like a control deck, and it feels like you have something to do all the time,
Mhm.
and it's winning a ton.
I would say definitely Legacy now is in a great spot. Despite people was like kinda like scared the Entomb deck gonna be still the best deck, but I feel like the Troll and the Frog was the key cards, and the deck is now care one still, but it's definitely very beatable. What do you think?
Yes, I agree, and well, we have now like Oops All Spells, which is
Hmm.
like one of the which is like the boogeyman now of the format, but there are a lot of hate cards for it, especially Gravedigger's Cage. And overall, I'm just really enjoying the meta. I would say the only problematic card I feel is the opponent's Kaito that
Hmm.
can beat us. And in the last video we made, we were 4-1 and we only lost to Kaito. So I
Oh yeah,
hope we'll do better today.
I feel like that's the situation was very complicated, but definitely if you don't saw it, guys, check first after this one. Check the video before when we already played one league with Tomáš, and I guess now we can like do proper a proper intro with your deck because finally we fix the audio with you. So hopefully you're gonna hear us both in the same level. And yeah, I guess I will. I guess maybe you can talk about your deck, or should I like ask
Yes.
about the cards? Yeah, you can take it.
I think I'll try to talk about it. I try to be as brief as possible because I'm sure I can talk about it for like 2 hours. And then you can ask me some questions. So, first of all, it's Esper. It's not blue black. It's Esper. I really like to have my like good proper answers. Fetch when I want to fetch, not waiting for fatal push. So like to have my four swords to plowshares. Obviously, four brainstorm, four ponder. You see various numbers of Tamio. I'm not saying it's incorrect, but basically in this type of deck, playing less than 4 Tamio is just wrong, I think. You know, when Tamio was printed and I saw people were playing 1 or 2 or 3, I was like, why? It's always good. It's such a strong card. And what's the worst thing that can happen? They answer it. So it's 1 for 1. But it's an amazing feel to play turn one. It's some sort of like a proactive play, and you put your opponent on some sort of a back foot. So I would say like Tamio is like our days. Is like helping us to win some tempo. It's amazing card. It's a win con. Yeah, it makes sure that we have things to answer and so on. It also activates Kaito, so I'm very happy about it. Another card that you don't always see is Thoughtseize as a 3-off main deck. That's another card I'm so happy to play turn one. So I see it as a control deck, but you also want to you can play on curve and you want to be active. And Thoughtseize is not just super strong, and it's one of the best ways how to answer opponent's Kaito, which I said is like probably the only card I'm really afraid of. But it's also a card that can give you so much information, and if you are a control player, you want to have that information. You want to know what's going on. You want to know whether this is the right target for swords to plowshares. Is this the right thing to force of will and so on. And combo decks, obviously they hate counter spells, but what I hate even more is counter spells and discard and some permanent based hate. So that's just incredible. Then we have for Bowmaster. I mean, main reason we have it, apart that it's like one of the best cards in the format, to kill opponent's Bowmaster. You don't want to be one who's casting Bowmaster first. Then we have two Strix, great activator for Kaito. We have
Hmm.
one of Snapcaster Mage because it's also pretty good with Kaito. It can be bounced with Teferi, but sometimes you just need that Swords to Plowshares now, and Tamio might be like one turn too slow. It's obviously flex spot. You can play something else, but I like my old Thiago. Then we have a new card, Stock Up, which is obviously, well, we all know that's kind of incredible. It's I can't even understand that there's still card. It's called Divination. If you compare it with this, it's just incredible. What's great, obviously, it doesn't draw It helps you to see a lot of cards, and with this deck, you can recycle it over and over again. It's not like you cast 2. There are games when I cast 3 or 4 stock ups. So there's that. And then we have our heavy beater. We have Teferi, which is a second flex spot. That's the latest addition to the deck. I think overall, it's obviously flexible card. It can answer some things pretty well, like Urza Saga. And it obviously can shut down like any possibility against like a combo deck. And it makes your discard better because you can plus and you can discard after draw step. And then we have Kaito, which is basically that's our Murktide Regent, because a lot of decks like this, they play Murktide Regent. I absolutely hate Murktide Regent. Not just it kills me a lot, but I hate when every time I cast it, it dies. And Kaito is very hard to kill it. Okay, in Legacy, obviously Legacy is not known to have big boards with a lot of creatures like in Standard. I think in Standard it's probably not a big deal, this card, but in Legacy it can be backbreaking. It's basically I always say it's 3 mana Jace that gives you a card like Strix or Snapcaster back into your hand. It attacks, it kills creatures, it draws you a card while you're beating your opponent down, and it can be really killed with spells. So I think it's pretty good. So that's our like heavy hitter. I used to play 3, but it was too many. This deck does not have a great like board presence, like blue-black when they have Nethergoyfs. So your Kaito is a little bit weaker than your opponent's Kaito a lot of the time. So I cut the third Kaito, and that's the Teferi now. And then we obviously for Force Will. We have like 20-second land in form of Lorien Revealed. What's great about Lorien Revealed, apart like 25 things that you already know, it can be brought back by Tameo. So it's a Tameo can return like land from your graveyard basically. So that's when it's flipped. So that's good. And 2 Prismatic Ending. And when it comes to lands, we have 3 basics. We have some dual lands, we have 1 survey land, and we have 3 wasteland. I was a little bit skeptical about playing wasteland in a deck where I don't have days, because that's another quite notable omission from the standardized lists. This does not have even like 2 days nor 3 days. I don't have days at all. I also hate days. Because I want to play a long game and days is getting weaker. I just don't like days at all. I don't believe in that card. You can play it, of course. I just don't play it. So I was skeptical having Wasteland without days, because that seems like a natural combo, but Wasteland is just so incredible. I won so many games when my opponent like underestimates my build. They just keep like 1 lander, like some Delver. They just play Volcanic, play their threat. I Wasteland, and they have nothing, and it's just won so many games. It's against Urza Saga. Suddenly you don't have to be so scared of Urza Saga like some other versions that don't have Wasteland. And as some people say, it's like best spell in Legacy. So Wasteland is incredible. And last but not least in the main deck is Caracas. If you want to know how good is Caracas, check our previous video, because Caracas was just like MVP in so many matches. It's so strong. And also casting Tameo and your opponent let it resolve with removal in their hand, and then you play Caracas, it feels great. You can also block with Tameo, bounce it back with Caracas. You can like play Brainstorm, want to flip Tameo, they have removal, you bring it back with Caracas. That feels super good. You can obviously bounce your opponent creatures, but we also can bounce Kaito, which is not obvious, right? You can have Kaito, minus it, tap his creature, attack, deal damage, bounce it, put it back into play, do something else. And if you have creature, you can return 1 creature to your hand. You can like return Snapcaster every turn into your hand with like Caracas and Kaito. So it's just incredible card. Obviously, I'm not even talking about Sneak and Show that appears again. And it's good against your opponent, Kaito, your opponent's Tameo. And if you have Dress Down, it's even good against your opponent's Kaito, because you can bounce it, because it's not untargetable.
That's actually a good point.
And now we go to sideboard. I like my sideboards as you see it, so I like it diversified. I like to have like similar things, but like one-off cards that do similar things. For example, Grave Hate. You can put Grave Hate on one side. It's a 5 cards. It's 2 Gravedigger's Cage, Surgical, Nihil Spellbomb, and Containment Priest. All these cards great on their own. Obviously, Surgical Extraction used to be like a 3-off Now we only play like one because it's not so great against, say, like oops all spells. My favorite sideboard card in general these days is Gravdigger's Cage because it hates so many cards, and it's like one colorless. You can play it off your wasteland turn one, and if they don't remove it, they just die. So many decks, and even against things like Nadu Elves, where you stop like fetching for Dryad Arbor, you stop Court of Calling, you stop Natural Order, you stop Green Sun Zenith. Quite incredible, right? So I like this card so much. So Gravdigger's Cage definitely. And it's like one card for one mana, and you don't have to worry about it anymore. You don't have to spend mana. It's not like when they entomb, reanimate, and you surgically extract it, which feels good, but unless they remove Gravdigger's Cage, you can't do any of that for rest of the game. So they can have 3 reanimates, so 3 entombs. It doesn't matter. Amazing card. I strongly suggest it. The only thing that how it blocks our deck is that you can't Snapcaster Mage something. So, but I think that's something we can live with. The other cards I think are quite self-explanatory when it comes to removal. I just added 5th Grave Hate in form of Nihil Spellbomb because I want to have something in fair matchups against like Nethergoyf and things like that. So I just want to have this one extra card. Shieldred's Edict, that's strictly against Kaito. You could play like Celestial Purge, but I think this is a bit more flexible. Then we have one mass removal. It's always good to have because you're playing typically from behind. So you let your opponent put you just like surviving, and then you can like Toxic Deluge the whole board. I like it a lot. If I was not in Kaito territory, I would play probably Supreme Verdict, but like Toxic Deluge is great as you can cast it and your Kaito survives and everything that he has dies. Then we have Deafening Silence, great overall card against combo. It's also a way this deck can struggle a little bit against Veil of Summer. This seems pretty good against Veil of Summer. They can't just cover their things. But you can play like Flusterstorm maybe. But I like really Deafening Silence. Dress Down is like catch-all card against, especially against Saga tokens, but it can be against Nadu, against just some creature decks. So I like that one a lot. You can also bounce it with Teferi. You can play it end of turn, bounce it with Teferi, wait with it. It answers a lot of things that otherwise would not be answered. So you can have it against Show and Tell and so on. Then we have 2 Hydroblasts, or as a correctly split. So that's obviously against a red decks. Probably a card that when I see Hydroblast, the first card that comes to my mind these days is that new equipment, the Cutter, that can create tokens. So that's your primary target against those decks. You want to counter it. You can also destroy it later, but it's a great target for it. Then we have 2 Force of Negation, which is obviously, again, catch-all against combo. And even in sideboard, last but not least, we have Barrogoyf, which is absolutely insane card. I can't understand how we could sleep on it for so long. It's like, if you don't have it, you should buy at least 2. That card is just absolutely, it's nuts. Like, the lifelink means that it's so good against everything aggressive. I played in Prague, the qualifier for European Legacy Masters, and I played in quarterfinals against Mono Red. They just can't beat this card, like Mono Red Stompy. They just have nothing for this. So single-handedly, Barogov just beats those decks. It can create card advantage, but mostly it's like 5-6, give you 5 life. Your opponent can't kill you, like they can't out tempo you. So this card is incredible. And especially when you have like Thoughtseize, you can clear the coast for it. They probably trim some removal because that's another thing. I like to play decks where removal is bad against me. If you kill Tameo, okay, it's like 1-for-1, but I can still like react to it, Brainstorm or Krakas. And if you kill Snapcaster, if you kill Bowmaster, if you kill Strix, I already got my value from those cards. So Barrogoyf is in sideboard and it comes in right moment, and I think it's insane. So that's my, like, as fast as I can, like some kind of a deck check. I'm not sure if you have any questions, Arkan.
I mean, I think you said like everything. That was like really fast tour of your deck. So I mean, I feel like you answered actually everything really. That was actually beautifully said. Yeah, I think I'm like, oh, actually, what I would like only to like add, I guess like if you consider playing Cling to Dust like as a one of main deck, it's really like interesting card.
Yes, we could play it. I said we have some flex slots. We have Snapcaster and we have Teferi, but I think Link to Dust is. I'm afraid it's worse than it seems. It seems great. It seems like grindy matchups and so on. But honestly, when I played Clink to Dust in Grixis Control, maximum you draw one extra card from that Clink. I
Mhm.
don't think you generally draw more than that. And it's quite mana intensive. Often you just play it just to draw land. So you just remove his like fetch land from graveyard just to draw a card. And in this deck, you have so much to do. We will see in the league, but it never feels like you are out of gas. You always have like some clues on board. You can blow and draw cards and so on. So I'm just not. It can be good, but I think I'm pretty well prepared in the sideboard. And also these grave decks, it doesn't mean you just lose. It doesn't mean you lose game one because you don't have grey head. You have Swords to Plowshare and Prismatic Ending, so there are things you can like just exile, and you have a lot of counter spells and yeah. And and here you pointed to Spell Pierce, which is card I forgot, which is like basically like Force of Will number 5 or something, like one more interaction on the stack. And it's also I think Thoughtseize and Pierce. That gives it's a nice tension for your opponent because if they want to play around Pierce, they wait, but then you draw the Thoughtseize and you discard their business. So I like that a lot to put like this kind of pressure on my opponent.
Oh, it is very good. I mean, if they know about it, yeah. I also kind of like the spell piece. It's actually pretty decent. Like you can be holding Bowmaster and you decide basically what you need to play or and ban these kind of details.
Yes, yeah, and also there is obviously quite a lot of like flash cards and yeah, so I'm quite happy with the list. I haven't changed it for some few weeks now,
Hmm.
so I'm not saying it's a definitive version because things change all the time, but I'm quite happy with it. And if you like control decks, you should give it a try.
And also, I want to point out, like when we're recording this video, today gonna be the biggest online event of like after a longer time, and it's called Legacy Super Qualifier. And yeah, I'm considering your deck as well to play today. It's gonna
Hmm.
be, I think, around 300 people, 9 rounders. So it's gonna be interesting. The meta game. I feel like the meta game gonna be definitely a lot of blue-red Cory Steel decks, a lot of blue-black tempo slash Grixis tempo, because after I win the change, everybody just was on the Grixis tempo. Like it was the fame spread really insanely fast. You probably also noticed, right, even in paper about the Grixis tempo. But I guess the blue-black tempo is still kind of people like choosing about stronger spells against more better mana base basically.
Uh-huh.
And of course, you mentioned I'm also expecting a lot of kind of show and tells, either Omnitells or the blue red show and tells. I do expect also a lot of oops all spells in this event. We might see some Stompy decks in form of initiative or mono red one ring. The
Hmm.
mono red kind of like fading, but I still think I wanna play at least 2 Hydro if I will play blue deck because also
Yes.
it hits the core. And what else I'm expecting actually into the event? I
Uh-huh. I would just say when you mentioned the mono red, you can definitely complain about that I don't play Consign to Memory,
Mhm,
which is a card like some months ago it was like must for off because otherwise you can never beat like Mycospawn.
mhm.
But now I just it was just fading. Eventually I was only playing one and I cut it for that Nihil spell bomb. And I just so far I haven't looked back, but we might miss that consign for like one ring or something like that. But we'll see.
Okay, I guess if we're ready, we can just jump into the round one, Tomáš,
Let's
and
let's do it.
let's go. And let's see what matchups we're gonna meet today. I'm expecting we're gonna meet a lot of blue black tempo. I feel like the deck is really like new Delver, and yeah, just
Uh-huh.
people like either go Grixis or staying blue black. But what I'm like is interesting. People keep playing 19 lands with a survey land, even in blue black, and I feel like it's. I would go to 20 land even in blue black tempo. I feel like
Mhm.
19 is not correct deck building wise,
Yes.
but
In this list, I in my mind I play 20 plus Lorien
mhm.
plus Caracas. I see Caracas more as like a spell. So that's how I decided. But I think it's good in this kind of deck. You want to be playing your land drops, and sometimes you want to have like 6 mana, so you can blow like 2 clues and or
Yeah.
do something around Pier. So There's nothing wrong by that, and also you have those wastelands that you can turn into action. So
And that's why I like we play Wastelands, because we can punish actually the tempo players who is keeping. Basically, in my list, you probably noticed, I'm playing in my Greek tempo. I play 20 lands
mhm,
already. So I like to play the game, and I feel like we can punish these tempo players with your Wasteland list. So we will see.
yes,
That's gonna come out.
and very often they just don't expect it, right? They don't expect that we do have wasteland, and also you can start like turn one thought sees, see what's going on, and from next turn you can execute your plan in ideal way. Because when I'm like from by heart I'm a miracle player from back in the day, and it always felt bad when they only had like one land or two land, and they played like a huge game on it, and I couldn't punish it, and yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, so let's see. Round one against opponent. I don't have really. I feel like we can see a lot of new people because of the today super qualifier. Like it's
Hmm.
always like then or day or two before the big event, you see like such a big traffic of people you've never seen. So it's pretty cool. And let's see what are we gonna be facing round one of today
Yeah,
league. Hmm.
yes, we will. I mean, we basically never mulligan, so we're keeping this.
Yeah, I like your idea. Basically, like most of your hands gonna be playable. We will see. Like I feel like the hands gonna be close. The one-landers, obviously.
Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah, this is fine.
Yeah, so we're going Tundra Prismatic Ending.
Yeah, I do agree with this start. So we already can see this is probably blue-black tempo, but I seen even Tamio in a lot of Doomsday shells. I would go for basic then now.
You can. Yeah, we can.
We're gonna get all three basics. We have the luxury, so let's get the planes.
Yes. I think if I had like one extra land in hand, I would probably go for the duel because sometimes it makes them waste and it gives you like more time to draw into action.
So we still don't know what it is. It could be still Doomsday. It can be
Yeah.
even control. It can be even control with Tamio.
Uh-huh. And it can be Showentel as well.
That's. I mean, it could be also like even reanimated, but I feel like show and reanimated is like less likely because of the Flooded round.
Hmm.
But we will see. Would be definitely anything because Tamo is so flexible. And yeah, I feel like I would just go land.
Surveillance and no, I would just pass.
Yeah, because we have the Kaito set up. I feel like it is the way.
We can, yes, we can play like exactly. We can play Bowmaster. We can get Kaito next turn. We can also get like a Surveil land if we need to. Maybe
Okay,
less
opponent
likely.
go for a maybe stone. No, for sure. No, what is this?
Second island,
Wow.
counterbalance. So we want to play Kaito in response.
Yeah, the Bowmaster. And I think
Yes, and now
I will actually let dress over the counterbalance if the thing. Or would you
well,
fight
I think
over the counterbalance with the ending in hand?
well, let's see cast this.
It's snap resolved, so no force over in their
Now,
hand.
now I'm not sure how you feel about it because I feel like we can like force, but I hate counterbalance to play against it. Honestly, I only like counterbalance when I have it. And it can kill us. We have prismatic ending. We have clear answer for it, but it doesn't mean it will. But now we will have Kaito. We will have Kaito, and that's insane card.
I honestly
They
think,
like can't beat it. I would let it resolve and have protection for our Kaito.
yeah, I don't think they can beat Kaito even. But what I wanted to add, I think we should be in great position if we force or not force. So I think I'll be
Yeah,
greedy.
if he was
Actually,
forcing Bowmaster, I would maybe like force back or something. But now I feel we know we will get Kaito into play for sure.
and I think I will
There's not.
flip it with the token because of I don't want to be really replaying into counterbalance.
Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, you have to play the fetch land. Yes, yes, yes. So yeah, so just attack, and after blocks we will fetch.
So do you agree with me to just bounce the token
Yes.
and stop their cantrips? Because I feel like if they have plow, they would plow it in maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
They can like easily say I have Kaito, but I can like hide it well.
Now I'm quite happy we went for the basics because they can have like back to basics or something like that. And now we're just going to draw cards and beat down. Bowmaster is great. We want that.
So they're probably gonna go for
Okay.
Surveillant, I'm expecting.
Hmm. Yes. Probably blue white.
But it's kind of interesting. You mentioned Miracles and we met Counterbalance control.
Yeah, that's funny.
What is this?
What is this?
This is Snap Tap 3 mana. Okay, so this is actually still. I feel like I would actually don't force it because you can tap it with the
Yes,
Kaito.
I agree. We will also see what he's getting.
Probably Calder, I'm assuming, because that's the only way how to can fight the Kaito. Oh, it's wow. That's very very interesting.
Uh-huh.
I would still tap it,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like I will try kill the counterbands with X3. Or do you think he play?
Okay.
He play? What do you think if he play most?
I mean,
2 or
I think
3?
first you want to attack for
Yeah,
sure, right?
that's what I would done. Because I mean, for one anybody, it's good to still do the correct thing.
I would also like maybe you can ponder maybe.
Into counterbands, I don't like it really.
Okay.
But I guess we wanna just like throw it away for the
Yes, we don't mind
information to don't get blow
if
out.
we yeah, we
Yeah, I
can
don't mind it actually. Yeah, I don't mind it actually for the info to see. Okay, it's 0, so we can just X2. And this is easy shuffle. Actually, sword is actually no. I think I wanna keep the sword actually.
Okay, let's take that sword.
Yeah, I don't mind it against Stoneford Mystic deck. Kill this for X2. If they play Brainstorm,
Yes, he can brainstorm, of course.
but we have Bowmaster, so that would be like kind of like Suicide Play almost, but it would be
Uh-huh.
interesting. And we pass, I guess.
Perfect. Okay, so that was our scare, the counterbalance, because I remember counterbalance could like, and now I would actually,
I will
what does
force
it
it.
do really?
I will
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
We are like I don't think they can come back into the game. We just force it, and that should do it. If we go upstairs, we wanna attack for 4, 5, 6. So I guess we're just gonna draw again after the attack.
I would, yeah, I want to draw as much
Yeah.
because we are not speeding up the clock anyway.
Yeah, I was counting. If we have
Because
Retail, I would only go if we have Retail. I would go upstairs.
I agree. Now I would like to have Thoughtseize or Force.
Caracas is interesting, but not for this game.
Not for now.
That's actually amazing card as well. But I feel
Yeah,
like
that's beautiful.
I'm gonna still play. Actually, we have only one blue. Actually, I think I'm gonna
I
ponder and keep bombing up. I think that should end the game.
okay.
Should. And there's a Tosis. I mean, oh
Yeah,
my god.
we definitely won that.
I mean,
I
but it's
think he
like
will.
shown out.
He will.
I think they're conceding, by the way. Okay.
That's what I mean. Like that. I think I would. If I was him, I would concede in response to the Thoughtseize.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think they did enough. So playing against
Very nice.
Jeskai Blade. So how with board? I don't think we need fans. I don't think we need. Dresden is actually, I think, fine card to bring.
I like Dress Down, and they have red, so they will have some Pyroblast, so we can consider like Hydroblasts. And
I don't think they
that's
played.
it. Or
I don't think they played True Name. But if I don't lie, I think actually I would consider Shielder Edict because it can also hit everything.
yes, yes. Toxic Deluge is not terrible, but I think we will probably have like Bowmaster in play. I probably like some kind of Hydroblast, although it's not as great because they will only have like 3 Pyroblasts. I'm not sure if we want to pack it in.
What card I would cut is actually maybe one Wasteland or
Mhm.
Basic Planes. I don't know which is correct now. It depends
I
of.
would like. I see. That's a good point. I think maybe one Wasteland. We can cut that, and then I think everything is good. To be honest,
I like
I like all.
endings. Stock ups are amazing. This is amazing.
We can cut maybe some like a one
Actually,
force.
I would probably maybe cut one plow for Edict because it's more flexible.
Uh-huh.
I don't like
Yes.
actually if you could actually cut one force. Actually, I don't mind as well. It's kind of because they're gonna bring Pyroblasts. Yeah, I think
Mm-hmm.
I don't hate it. But I'm actually gonna make quickly a toilet break after I will submit. So I will be back in 1 minute.
Yeah, yeah.
And
But I think don't we want like at least that one Hydroblast for his
yeah, I
Pyroblast?
guess I
Maybe he
can
has.
do it before I
He can have
will.
4. He can have like 4 Fellingas or something like that.
Yeah.
We
So
can have that.
what we would cut? Like we can like now cut. I guess the one plow or a second
Mm-hmm.
force oval is also I think fine.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, let's get the force level. But yeah, I will be back in 1 minute, Tomáš, so you can be talking about this matchup, and I'll be back in 1 minute.
Yes. So before Akan comes back, I have to say this deck is not really played a lot. I haven't played against it a lot. I guess the strength of the deck is that it can have quite strong proactive play. We're going to keep this. It can have very strong proactive play. It plays basics. It can play a lot of like permanent based annoying cards like that counterbalance we saw. They can play like back to basics, which can actually kill us. They can play like Blood Moon. They have that volcanic. So they can play cards like that. They also have that artifact equipment we saw, which can over longer periods of time can generate quite a lot of value. I think the disadvantage of the deck is that sometimes you just play Mystic, you get equipment and they kill it, and you play another Mystic, you get equipment and they kill it. And back in the day, you had like Better Skull and something else, and you couldn't do very much. Now you have the blue equipment that costs only 3 mana, so you can cast it. So I think it got better. But generally, those decks, they were very popular like 2012, 14, something like this. I think they are never really big players in the field. They feel sometimes a little bit clumsy. And since they have a lot of these like 2-3 mana enchantment artifacts, they are sometimes weaker on the stack. And yeah, I think they are not so good against combo. For example, we are so much better against combo than they are. Obviously, the good thing is they have Pyroblast, and we'll see how this game will go. Interesting, we drew that only Hydroblast that we got. So for sure, we'll be starting with turn 1 Thoughtseize. There's argument to wait with Thoughtseize and take the equipment they will get with Stoneforge Mystic. That's a possibility as well, especially if they do have Stoneforge Mystic, the opener. So that's definitely a thing to consider. We can also just go turn 1 Ponder, but considering that he will start, I don't.
I
Yeah,
don't
I'm just
really.
talking.
Okay.
I was just saying that this hand can maybe die to like back to basics if they play it, but definitely we are playing turn 1 Thoughtseize. I was saying there's argument to wait with Thoughtseize after they play Stoneforge Mystic, but but they have also counterbalance, and we definitely don't want them to resolve that. Oh no, oh no, I don't like this. So I think we'll be playing Swords to Plowshares.
Okay. Yeah. If they're gonna counter, we might be in troubles into brainstorm.
We
I
will
just
see.
wanted to add. Basically, there was like the collision. I was not sure if I wanna cut Wasteland because they play 3 colors, so they can be greedy, or the basic if they pay them hate. Yeah, we need to stop the Tamil. Tamil is like insane card. Like everybody playing it right now almost, and the price also skyrocket for the card.
Yes. Maybe we just keep the 4 swords because they will have Mystic now. I presume they will go Plains, Mystic, or Island Counterbalance.
Yeah,
Mystic.
we kept all the removals. We didn't cut any Tomáš.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So now I think so. We are just going for the Thoughtseize, and they have now 4 cards. We definitely want to discard that Cryptic Code.
Yeah, the Cryptic Code is actually. Oh, and we drew an interesting card.
We could like, yeah. I think we want to Thoughtseize.
Definitely start. Hopefully they don't have 2 targets. Okay. Oh, but another time is also pretty. Oh my god. And they're gonna just slam Teferi. That would also be very bad.
That's annoying, but I think we want to take the Cryptic Code. That would be so difficult for us to deal with that.
Yeah, Teferi is also like very bad though because they're gonna bounce Mystic and they're gonna go super grind.
Yeah, but then we will now find Bowmaster. So if they do this, we will just kill it next turn.
Yeah, I feel like we need to take the code, but I feel like we're gonna be behind no matter what here. But let's hope we're gonna have
Yes. So let's now.
I
Yeah.
was just Tamil.
They can actually bounce our Tameo. Yeah, let's do that.
But I like it more because they're not gonna get the next equipment for free.
Yeah.
Also be threatening with Kaito. So they
yes,
need to.
yes, we are.
Okay, they show
He's
us the
definitely.
draw. Wow, they don't
Oh,
play
he's
Teferi. That's so amazing.
interesting.
I feel like this is like a big misplay by opponent. I cannot like satisfy like it's
But
a correct play.
It's possible they can have like a brainstorm.
No, we seen
Okay.
we seen that was their draw Tomáš for their turn, and this
Okay.
is the hand. They have 2 cards.
Oh, they gave us information that he drew island.
So we definitely attacking. We kind of like get Kaito in hand and play it anyway. So we first get attack,
Yeah.
and we're gonna flip the Tamio.
Yeah, I agree. And what's amazing that they can't attack, right? They can't do anything about our Tameo in terms of. By the way, this is correct. Everybody should learn to always block Tameo if you can,
Mm-hmm.
even when obviously there are two
We
mana.
could
But I
we could
think
have small ninja maybe. They don't know it.
exactly like whatever. But it's good to learn that.
We'll
Yes,
put like
yeah,
this.
doesn't matter.
This is shuffle. We don't need more
Let's
lands.
shuffle. Yes.
Oh, that's a beautiful draw. Now I don't wanna flip it.
No. You do because I think you do want to flip it.
I guess we can hardcast the Kaito next turn, right? That would be
That's
probably.
possible as well. Wait. So you wait. Don't you want to flip it off the clue?
No, because you can find another Totsies or Spell Pierce to stop that effect.
Okay, fair.
And also we could like just take the best card from the pile and shuffle the rest. Oh, that's interesting.
We want Bowmaster.
Yeah, and I think I also wanted the Snapcaster Mage. I wanted both of these
Yeah.
cards.
Yes, and we have Swords of Plowshare in graveyard, so
And also Totsies.
yeah, I like that a lot.
We actually had a lot of options. Your deck like just make questions every like step basically, which is beautiful.
Yeah. But I mean, compare it with deck when you have only one line, and then here we have to decide what we're going to do, and I enjoy it so much.
We can also stop theoretically Pyroblast if they misplay. If they're gonna like play first Pyro and after they would choose to play the Furry. Also, what I wanna build, like again, I wanna try again to build post-ban normal ninja deck. I think could be also pretty fine.
Yeah.
This kind of okay. They played Teferi, so I don't gonna do anything about it.
Yes. We'll see if he bounces or if he pluses.
Oh, they drew the ending. That's devastating. That was their
Okay.
draw. Oh my god. So yeah, they are definitely now again ahead. Yeah, that's turn around. I couldn't stop this top deck. They
Oh, they are
bouncing clue.
bouncing.
I think I'm actually very happy about that. That I think has to be
That's amazing.
misplay.
So we are now we can kill it with Bowmaster,
Mm-hmm.
and Bowmaster also like kind of stops his clues, or it's making it worse. So I just think we want to cast that, and we still have that Hydroblast for whatever is worth, probably not a lot.
I don't remember what was the third card. It was a land in that ponder.
I don't know. Honestly, last card it was Brainstorm, so maybe we can keep that.
Oh, that's actually not good.
Yeah, that's bad.
We're probably
But
gonna.
if they have like they probably have just like Caldra, and that's not terrible.
Yeah, we're just gonna plow it.
Yeah, exactly. But maybe we can get like a survey land instead of that Brainstorm. How do you feel about that?
I think we don't need brainstorm. We kind of like Hydra was like a bit weak only. Actually,
Uh-huh.
no. When I'm thinking, I think actually I like the brainstorm because Dreadzone and Hydras are kind of bad cards.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I would actually don't mind trading these 2 cards. So yeah, I think actually wanna draw it. And
Okay.
hope we draw either land or removal if we're gonna mana screw.
Mm-hmm.
So let's do it from these and let's hope we're gonna draw land. Okay, Toadseas is bad. So we definitely want Toadseas because if one random card it could be easily land.
Mm-hmm.
And what is the second card? That's interesting.
Probably I don't know. Probably the dress down.
I would go for the Hydroblast because they don't have even land in play and they would need to draw a red land into the red spell. So I would go to Hydro if it makes sense. But yeah, there's also gonna be just
But dress down doesn't really
cycle.
do anything now, and Hydro can protect our Kaito later.
Oh yeah, that's actually a good point. We can like that's a good point. So now I guess we just need to Snapcast to kill the Caldera, and next we're gonna try to go
Yes.
for the Kaito. I feel like I wanna get Scrubland.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like getting basic spawn could like backfire more than playing around some. I
Hmm.
mean, it's close actually because they definitely could play back to basic. Like they also like
Yeah,
getting
maybe
basics.
maybe get that swamp and
Yeah, I think I'm like basically my game sense telling me it's
your
correct
spider
as well.
sense.
Yeah, exactly. So let's Snapcaster kill the Caldra. We are definitely gonna be so behind, but at least we are like having still solid gameplay in the hand. They have one card. They're showing us their they can like be drawing, but if they find removal, we definitely gonna be behind.
Yeah, but that obviously that prismatic ending was insane for sure.
Oh yeah, if they don't know the ending, I think we would just be ahead,
Yeah,
no doubt. But it's like beautiful on these mirrors. Okay, they find the mountain, so the Hydroblast felt correct. They also might be playing fourth Erlingas.
yeah,
Wouldn't be
yeah.
unreasonable.
I said it during the sideboard
Mm.
that's definitely a card they can have.
Caracas is not bad because now we can blank it completely. They have two. I think I want to attack with Snapcaster and see what they do.
I agree. They will trade for sure,
Yeah, but
but I would do that.
we need to go end the game pretty quick or remove both of these because all these creatures before they get to 7 mana, by the way, Tomáš. So this is fine trade for us.
Hmm.
And I think I just wanna
Yes,
slam the Kaito because they might have yeah, they might have the Pyroblast and we can protect it. I think the Kaito play is
yes.
correct. And I wanna be keeping the Tundra, I guess. Let's see if they have the Pyroblast. Oh no, they have the Force of Will. That then it would be Lorien, but it's like a little oriented. I think it was a
Okay,
fine
that's a
play.
shit.
But we're actually
Yeah.
getting kinda brutalized by their random draws. Okay.
Hmm.
Hopefully they did not draw 6 land. That would be just extreme.
It would be also nice if he's afraid to blow the clues, because drawing one per turn, it's not terrible. Nothing really dies, so he's fine. But sometimes people are afraid to do that.
Also, I'm glad we played 2 Kaitos because the one was answered very.
Uh-huh.
Unfortunately, we couldn't go for the greedy play attack with free because we need the bowman in play, so that was not even in the.
I agree. I agree for sure.
Yeah, definitely stock
No,
upping here.
that's fantastic. Don't tap Caracas.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna tap
Yes, like
the
this. Yes,
Tundra.
Tandra. Yeah, I agree. He can have hardcast force again.
Okay, so we're definitely
Uh,
taking another Bowmaster. That's just
and Tameo,
and Tamil, yeah.
and just play Tameo.
I like that. And next turn we're gonna probably be adding the second Bowmaster because they might draw anytime the removal for the
I'm
bowman.
just thinking that now we can die to that fourth Erlingas, but let's hope they won't have it.
I mean, I feel like we need to be risking because they just make insane top decks, and
Exactly, exactly.
we
I
need to
agree.
be making the big calls. I don't think I wanna bounce that to Tamil. It doesn't matter in play. I just wanna hold it up.
But I would.
Actually,
Well,
no,
you don't
no,
want
they
to
don't have
bounce it.
removal. They,
No,
they would remove that. Yeah, they don't have removal. They could have Pyroblast, but do we care about Pyroblast? Not really.
they can have Source to Plowshare now on our Tameo, but it's now that okay, they don't have it. That's perfect. So we want to. I think we want to attack with the token, and we want to attack with this. Yes, perfect. Do it.
They might be thinking I have Kaito again. Okay, that's just it is
Okay, so
unnecessary.
this is easy.
And I don't think we'll be flipping to Tameo. We just wanna now grind them.
Uh-huh. Agreed. Because like we are in such a good position, and now we would just swap it for one prismatic ending. That
Mm.
I don't want to do that.
But it's kind of like yeah, again, great display. Like we had like such a tough like decisions, and they had like such a like clean top brutalizing top decks, but we still kind of like managed to outmaneuver it. They're just beautiful. How we always is great and rewarding. Good lineups. Okay, Tameo, we know about it. We don't care.
That's fine.
I can bounce.
Also,
I don't think we care about Parubas now when we have the Hydro up.
but I can still have sword. I'm not sure if that's.
I mean,
I would just draw a card and not bounce it.
I want to get
You can.
Surveillant
Yes, that's fine. That's fine.
before. Yeah, I guess we don't need to bounce it. It's they
Yes,
okay.
let's.
They,
That's fine.
But they have 6 mana, so I
Oh
kind of
yeah,
want to
you're
bounce it
right.
because of their 6 mana. I think it's correct to bounce it because of their 6 mana, and we can like.
But if they tap 7 mana to equip it, we can bounce it then, right?
True, I guess. I don't think we
I
draw
mean,
an ending. I don't wanna. I don't wanna draw it.
okay,
I think
and
we.
just draw normally. Oh, of the clue.
Oh, Teferi is what I
Uh,
was looking at. That's the card.
Amazing. That's beautiful.
And we're gonna be tapping always the basics first.
That's good mechanics from your side.
Yeah, basically that's like I learned it the hard way. Like you're gonna learn it
Many
like
times,
yeah, many times this
of
just
course.
always slammed it back to basic, and I said like, why I tap like that?
Now, I actually kind of liked bouncing Bowmaster
Yeah, that's actually good. I don't
because
hate it.
we want cards, right? If he has answer for Teferi eventually, that's fine, but we want to have these extra cards. So now we attack with Tutu and with Tamio.
I'm gonna attack with everything actually.
Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry, you're right.
I don't think the Bowmaster can be hurt
I
by.
don't know. In my mind, there was the Stoneforge Mystic there. So.
We cannot move from that. They are we already cleaned it up. That mess. Wow, they're really
Oh, he's
blocking.
okay, let's do that. Absolutely.
That's that was a weird block.
And you target him.
I think they're probably giving up. They now gonna draw. Oh, they wanna. Can they flip it? No. I don't think they can flip it.
But I think honestly, they should have blown these clues some time ago.
Oh yeah.
Uh, when they had still the. Yeah, I think it was a mistake from their side. Because I told you that some players, and honestly, I don't want to underestimate our opponent, but usually a little bit less experienced players would choose this deck because it's actually kind of straightforward. And when they do,
Really
when they want to do,
fast.
it's very powerful. So he was probably too scared of that single Bowmaster we had in play. Supreme Verdict.
Okay, yeah, opponent like was some pointing something I'm like not really sure. I would need to like exactly know the if they would point it out in the replay, but I think the replays are still off anyways because of the luck issues
Okay.
the client had. Yeah, this is
Okay. That's
fine.
fine. That's fine, exactly.
They have 4 cards, they like have a lot of cards. This is also fine. They need to still
Yes.
remove this. And we next like just gonna Lorien and get
By
so.
the way, here he has like 3 cards in hand. I can imagine he has another removal, but here this what basics get you, right? That you get limited.
By the way, Tomáš, do we wanna flip it? We could like draw, trigger on the stick and bounce it in hand to keep drawing. Have you this question like what do we do? Do we gonna like
We can
I
do
think
it.
it's
We can do it end of turn possibly, but now I would like to find that other Kaito to make. Now people would say now you should have a Murktide Regent and get on with it quickly. But I just like what we have here. He also spent a second prismatic ending, so it's possible we can like brainstorm actually.
yeah, and try to find Kaito mid combat.
Yes, get either Kaito or get
Oh, there it
Thoughtseize.
is. We are so rewarded for this play.
Incredible, incredible.
And I guess the other card I don't really need is probably Strix. It's just one body. We don't really need to recycle it for one
Hmm.
body. I mean, we can like
Yes.
redraw it.
Yes, I kind of like to have it flipped. Now the only thing is that he can like draw 2 extra cards from the clues when we won't have Bowmaster in play.
But I think that's alright. Oh, they can only draw one clue. Because
So now we can put it back, yes.
and still keeping Hydroblast. Yeah, that's fine. You can get this small value.
I would I would love to see Thoughtseize and actually Kaito might deliver.
Hmm.
Unfortunate, we still have Scrubland in
Actually,
deck, so
actually, I think I missed up. I was supposed to tap the Caracas. It was a misplay on my part. The game is getting messy pretty quickly. Like
mhm.
we have so many mana and so many things happens. I think I would wanted to keep other land on top. So we definitely want to be
So
fetching before we Kaito. We know the
yes.
cards. Get the UC. I guess we need to get a scrub. Oh, yeah, we don't have any more UC. That's another.
Alright,
Now they can
that's
pyroblast it. That's just horrible.
yeah, that's annoying. And
Let's
they can
find the
also
Fonzo
form.
well. Oh, look at that! I like to call shuffle bug. I put this exact two cards and we shuffled.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of interesting, like if it's what is true on that. Sword is like medium. We can still get. Did we play the land? Yeah, we did play it. So I guess we
You know
can.
what you can do? You can bounce Kaito now.
I think it's actually correct because I feel
So
like
they
they
can.
definitely have pyroblast. I think it's
Yeah.
correct. That's a beautiful point, and I almost miss it. It's recover a little bit the pan fiesta by me.
Yes, but at least we got something out of that because otherwise, of course, we want to keep because for Feuerlingas is the only really scary thing. Okay, when they do this, this is okay,
Mhm.
but for Feuerlingas, that's the scary card.
Okay, yeah, I still think they have the pyroblast in hand. They
Mhm.
should find it in that point. They drew already 30
They can
cards.
they can always kill the ferry, but it always already provided us with a lot of things.
Hmm. There's a
No, that's
four
for
rolling us.
Feuerling.
Oh,
Uh,
Jace actually, but we're gonna kill it.
yes, he will bounce the token, so I'm not sure if he will kill it.
Okay, then we don't kill, but they don't get the value, which is like also great, and we're gonna fully untap with all the mana.
Mm-hmm.
Now is the question: do we gonna get the land? I don't think so. It's closer because I
No.
wanna spend no, but it's so close. We wanna,
Yeah. So we plus, that's for
and I
sure.
think I was just stock up and try find creatures.
Yes. Creatures, Bowmaster, Thoughtseize.
Tap like this. Yeah, Toads is amazing, and Bowmaster just yeah, great.
Everything. Like this card is just like
And
tutor.
I guess we're gonna draw step Toads for full information.
Yes. Yes, please.
And yeah, I guess we're just passing. I don't wanna do anything. And we're gonna Bowmaster when they're gonna brainstorm with the Jays.
Uh-huh.
I don't think they're gonna play in on fourth Bowmaster. They might. That would be a high level play by them. But we anyways don't lose anything of Vading. I mean,
But
the
I
Teferi is just
like
amazing.
Teferi, like one off, it just does so much
They
work.
don't care about Brainstorm. I guess we take this
I think
Narset.
other is
We have
Narset.
double plow. I mean,
Okay.
uh, and yeah, there's some classes gonna body them. Hopefully, if I'm not missing anything. And I guess we're gonna tap out. We're gonna tap the Underground Sea and Tundra for that Bowmaster. There is the Brainstorm, and
Okay.
they don't have the option, I believe. So we're gonna shoot twice them. They
He's trying to cast something, but he
yeah
doesn't realize there's Teferi.
yeah. We're
That
gonna
feels so bad. Like this is like for a screenshot, almost like why Teferi is not played anymore.
oh yeah. I guess I can like make that for my Patreon for the readers, and they're gonna draw now. We're gonna shoot one more time the J Sereno, and two gonna go upstairs. We're kind of finding time despite we like discussing everything. We are still having 7 minutes. It's kind of like not too shabby.
Yeah, and I think this game was difficult. Like the first game was actually kind of much easier,
Yeah.
but this game was difficult and we're kind of behind. But we have like probably like three more cards than we would need to in hand and some decent board and
Some caster. We don't have the dress down anymore, which that would be definitely very handy. I guess
and
this
they'll
is
have they're probably prismatic ending Teferi, I think, or actually Bowmaster because they have brainstorm.
yeah yeah we can't stop it though. Doesn't would be just but if it doesn't they would anyways be able to play it. So it's because the
No, I'm
Bowman
fine.
would be
So that's like
yeah.
swords to plowshares probably on Bowmaster or prismatic on Teferi.
But I do think I wanna be plowing in respawn. Actually no, we still have the TF. Never mind.
Why?
Because if they
Why?
would, if actually never mind, because we could do it anytime. Because I wanna kinda use my mana, but they still keeping the first, so the spell is anyways off, so we don't need to be worried about it. Okay, that's true.
I mean, they're killing again the creature that we've created, right? So twice they used card to kill our token, and we just create another token for free, basically. So
I'm curious if they have further equipment. That would be quite interesting. Something like for
yes,
grind games. That would be really, really.
could be.
Oh, they do.
They
Oh,
do.
wow. And the
Yeah,
best one.
but think we still don't care, honestly.
I'm gonna plow both of these
Wait,
and
wait, wait. Okay, if you want to, I would draw a card from Clue.
oh, I guess I need to go this way because
Oh,
wait.
there is Tamio. You didn't plus.
Oh my
You can...
god, this is just getting too much stuff.
Because I was thinking last turn that we should have Tamio, but I was like, maybe he just killed it like with prismatic ending or something. I didn't see it. It's funny.
Now is the question. I think I kind of wanna plow it and just keep the board clear. I
Yes.
think. And I definitely need to Teferi. I wanna keep the Teferi, so we're gonna plus as well Teferi, and they're gonna have
Yes,
so many
for
tournaments.
sure, for sure. And you attack. You put in Kaito.
Yeah.
Very simple.
And
Very
draw card.
straightforward.
And we're gonna try to
Now,
find the Force of Will. We have still 2 Force of Wills to find.
Thoughtseize or Force of Will. That's what we're looking for.
Did we use the Semcaster Mage already? We did, right? Yeah, we did. So no more Semcaster action. Dress down is not what we
I
need.
think Dress Down is fine. Keep it.
I guess.
Because it stops like 4 Ferlingas, and we have Hydroblast, I know, but still.
Mm-hmm.
And if he hardcast the Better Skull, we'll just bounce it with the Fairy.
Mm-hmm.
No problem. And end of turn or whatever, in some kind of response, we will be playing Bowmasters, but we don't want to keep.
But it's crazy, like how our board is like getting bigger and bigger. I just like it's basically it's like very rare, like when like it's hidden here with my setup of the graveyards.
Mhm.
But I feel like it's the best display for me to have the graveyards like this when I'm playing. But it definitely was hidden, so definitely a mistake from my part. I need to don't make this misplay when I'm gonna be. Oh, this is actually amazing dress down. So we're gonna be.
Yes, very nice, very nice.
I need to don't make this misplays when I'm gonna be playing today the qualifier, of course, because they are gonna be the
Because
top
every
players.
time against control deck, when you play like Strix or or like Snapcaster, you think like, oh, that's the best card. They need to force it, or that I get value. And when they play Dress Down, you feel like, no, that's not fair. That's not how it should go. And this
Mm-hmm.
feels fantastic because yeah, that's it. Very nice. I think very nice display from our deck. And I think opponent could have. I think he could do a little bit better in terms of getting clues, blowing them faster, like 1 a turn, so we couldn't kill his creatures.
Yeah, I
And
thought they wrote GGs, but they actually write like they were just not enjoying the game. So I guess we're gonna leave it this way. But yeah, I
why
mean,
they
good points, good points. What do you add to the game?
didn't GG?
Because they just don't enjoy. I mean, it's just some people are enjoying it and write GGs even if they lose. Some people like to write offensive GG, which I don't like, but I always offer the GG. It depends, right?
Yeah.
On the
Yeah, I think the one who loses writes
you
GG,
need to
and
get the
you
first one.
answer GG. That's
Yeah,
it, right? That's
yeah. I kind of hate like when people like get like super fast offensive GG and show hand, for example. It's I think it's kind of BM, but depends like how people
yes.
looking on it. But let's get into the next round and let's hope we're gonna meet another great opponent. And I think this is gonna be really key, but I think we have to do it, Tomáš. What do you
Yes,
think?
we'll keep it. We'll keep it. And are we starting or they are starting?
So I would ponder actually and hope we find a land.
Yes. Anyway, we want to ponder. Yeah.
I think playing Tama would be extremely greedy. And we find a land. We find 2 lands. Yeah, we're
Perfect.
gonna be. And we even have another Tameo if they're gonna total size the first one.
Or kill it.
Yeah.
And we also we play Tamio turn 2 with Brainstorm backup. By the way.
I think if they tap out, then we're gonna see. Yeah, against this, I wanna just flip it turn 1 against this land. Immediately flip it.
Yes.
And they think I'm on reanimated, which is wait. I guess they just don't have other play. We don't care.
They have nothing else to play.
I think this they can actually they play the 12 pose. They cannot beat turn 2 flip Tameo. I think I might be wrong, but we will see.
Well, I wouldn't underestimate them this much because they can have like turn 2 Karn, turn 3
But I mean,
Karn,
but they don't
or
have the Miko
Ring.
Spawn. The Miko Spawn was like the Crusher.
Yes, that's true.
Miko
So,
Spawn was the card.
but we are definitely flipping. By the way, don't forget that we can shuffle upkeep. So
We
we definitely
don't.
don't
They
want.
have 0 creatures. So we actually they have only Perimeter Titan, but there's like not really a
Yes,
creature.
so definitely sort away, and then I'm not. Then I think fetch land because we'll be upkeeping Lorien, right?
That's possible. But I kind of want to maybe keep the Lawrence so we have double force later on. I might just like redraw the one card. I think we can
Yeah,
just
but put fetch land on top,
yeah, and we're gonna
and
be
if we
some.
need to force, we will draw the fetch land, and if not, and next turn we'll be thought seizing and doing things.
Oh, actually, they play the flute. The flute can actually stop it. Oh, that's also very annoying.
Hmm.
I think against this I want to actually I want to fetch upkeep against this kind of. So this is not actually the mono green Titan post. They're playing just I think just like some colorless ring deck. I would say.
Hmm.
So we're gonna be tapping the Tundra.
And get underground sea.
Yeah, the second UC seems correct.
And now we can maybe draw wasteland. That would be ideal.
Oh, that was a. I guess we're gonna talk this first because we might
Yes.
go for double. Oh, and they do play the colors. Yeah. But the saga is gonna be problematic to beat. We need to draw some. Now I wish we actually kept that plow. That feel, but I mean probably anyways, but kind of like just like so, not really the best solution.
So what do they have? I think we want to. What are they going to do next turn? Do you think they will be creating tokens, or they will play the 2/2?
It's very interesting, but I kind of want to try to maybe survive for the ultimate. So I think we're gonna have to
Yes.
go this way. I don't think we really care about Kozilek command or Karn.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I would take the Monoid or Flashraker here.
Uh-huh.
And I think I would actually take the Monolith because they're gonna get the keys from the sagas.
Okay, that's nice. And if they play the Fresh Raker, we will find Swords to Plowshares or something.
Yeah, hopefully. I don't think they're gonna play it. I think they're gonna. We will see. I'm gonna see how they're gonna play it out. We're gonna go upstairs. We need to just survive one more turn, and we're gonna be. I'll actually play the underground city I shown them.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know if it's worth to. Like, what would we represent if we play planes even? Like, how would they change anything or their play pattern? This
This is
actually.
very nice because if they
Yeah.
go for the tokens, we can shoot the first one with Bowmaster, and that's like kind of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they have to. We discarded the. What we dis? Oh, we discarded the
They're
monoliths.
just
Now
gonna play
they.
Flashraker, and I think we're gonna let it go.
But it's shooting, right? It can shoot the Tameo.
No, it's shooting on the opponent, Tomáš.
Okay. So okay, let's let it resolve. We'll see where we will die.
Maybe,
Oh,
but I think so. We need to survive one more turn, so we're gonna go up, and yeah, we just need to survive one more turn, and we have force up. I think we're looking pretty great here, Tomáš.
okay.
If they
Very
play,
nice.
wait, if they play needle main deck, yeah, we might actually lose, and we would need to
Okay.
rip the ending. Yeah, that's actually I didn't, but I don't think I would wanna do anyways. Would we supposed to play down and needle and go down? Maybe actually.
Possible.
What we
It's
should be?
okay. We're learning. I don't know if they have pithing needle
I
main
think they
deck.
do. I think they do. I realized it
Okay.
too. Yeah, my spider sense is on me. This loss. Oh, never mind. I feel like they played it though, but I don't even consider. That's why I'm kind of like unhappy, right? We didn't even like the risk was definitely there, and I feel like I just wanna force
Oh,
this, and they're gonna have
wait,
only
wait,
two
wait, wait.
mana.
Okay.
No, they have one still one unknown draw. Wait, no, why do they have a two unknown draw? Oh, yeah, because they have two
Because
unknown the unknown cards.
I think their play is like Karn into Thoughtseize, pithing needle. Sorry. That's what they want to
Or maybe we
do.
can let the resolve. No, we need to stop it because the key would give them more mana. I think we need to stop it
Okay.
and hope we just don't die. Still, I don't know. We might die now. Let's see, they have two mana now. Oh, they have the needle in hand. That's
That's insane.
brutal. This is just. Oh god. Okay, that was a hard game. I mean, they just had like insane draw, right? Like double monolith with double key with four payoffs. But it was
Uh-huh.
probably beatable if I had all the information which we don't have. So I don't know if I can blame if more myself or it was just a one of the hard
Don't
games.
worry, we will draw Ponder into Prismatic Ending and we win. And he will attack now into our Bowmaster.
So they do actually play the needle. So my senses warned me too late, but I actually was so confused they actually draw it. So that was a second draw. Yeah, that's actually
that's very
gonna
nice.
help a lot. We're gonna shoot it once because we're gonna finish it. They cannot give unblockable. They have 1 mana off. So this helps quite a bit.
Because we were even considering.
Tolt is okay, but I would not rate it as a game game changer. So, double command. They just do everything. I think if I don't stop the model, I would be still kind of boned, Tomáš. They would just have like 15 mana on the next turn. I don't think this was beatable with. Only if I would go down probably and get and we would just
Yeah,
go toad sizes. I think that was maybe the game I was supposed to go with the needling
possibly.
for me.
But now I think we need to. What do we need to do? We take a ring
No, I would keep the ring.
because they have only 2 mana, right? And now one of them will die. He doesn't have mana at all.
I would probably take either command or Karn is my because they can just kill this and just play the ring after.
But how? What would they now? Now they will have 2 mana, right? They can, and one and the land will die. They will search something for 1 mana. I'm not so sure what they're going
I
to
wanna
search.
take the command and hope they don't gonna draw lands. Basically, is my solution
But
of
they have
this.
second command.
Yeah, I know, but it's still we're gonna still like strip one of the cards looking.
But if they draw like, okay, I don't know.
I think they're gonna
I
be
would,
probably command the Bowmaster and make 2 mana. So they're gonna be on 3 mana still.
okay.
So because if we take the ring, they're gonna still have the Karn and they're gonna still kill the Bowmaster. I don't know. I feel like we are behind. We need to top deck the ending no matter what to get back to
And
the
you
game.
attack. You attack.
Yeah, we don't care about their stuffs. We're gonna deal the damage. Not doing a single Basin. I think if we do one Basin, we would also be different game, but we need to like be working what we have. And I feel like
Yeah, we could have minus and get the brainstorm and try to
no, I would
like
probably go
make.
just Touch and just try to strip all their win cons. But Brainstorm would be awesome. We could like discuss that if we had. Okay, they're making the golem. They're gonna try to.
Oh, maybe they have that
Oh, they do
equipment.
have them. That's bad. And they drew land. That's bad. Everything is bad about this game. They drew the land and they have Opal. Okay, so now we're gonna be big draw, cantrip or ending. Bomas is actually fine. Don't hate it.
Yes.
I don't attack anymore.
Or Teferi. We still can draw Teferi.
Oh yeah, that's also true. Oh my god, yeah, this is just when the deck draws well, it just feels like the best deck of. It basically was with the Vexen Bob, it was the best deck for so long. But now when they drew like this, it feels just so unstoppable. Yeah, I mean you can play your hand and yeah, I feel like that sense I realized the needle. Yeah, it was just not on point. So definitely I made the error.
Yeah, it definitely was difficult. I think sometimes I would, because what I was thinking that he has like a needle in sideboard, so I would probably let everything resolve and wait for the needle that he will get from exile, right? And by accident, maybe that line would lead me to just forcing his needle he had from hand.
They're going just
But
right for the lattice. So we have one more draw. One more big draw, Tomáš, to win the game. I don't care this. I will just take it. Actually, no, I need to jump because they have the key. So I could like die to it. Can we kill the Karn? Let's see. We're gonna shoot it to 2. No, we need to take it and kill the Karn on backswing. We exactly gonna be killing it. So the lat is gonna be irrelevant. Yeah, we're gonna take it then. Right? We're gonna go to 2. They have one blocker and we exactly kill it.
uh-huh.
So we kill the Karn. The lat is gonna be blank. So if we find one more, we're gonna stop one more cards on their hand.
Come on, at least ponder. Come on, just make it more interesting. Don't give us fetch land.
Or that's bad.
But we can kill Karn. But we will die, right? Because he will kill us. The token will kill us.
Yeah, we will see. Hopefully, I guess I will play it out, but maybe they will play command and not kill us.
How big is the golem? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
5.
6.
They can make it 6 this turn. So I hope we're gonna have one more draw at least before we go. They have 4, 5 mana now. 6 mana actually. Okay, this is probably gonna do it.
No, it's a shame.
Yeah, because now they're gonna go for the Cossack command, and that's gonna shoot me for This is actually game. I thought they have only 2 mana, but they have 3. This is gonna do it. They're gonna shoot me for the 3. Yeah, I feel like the game was actually possibly win if we go either Brainstorm or Totsies, right? Because we would just take a little bit more. We would just get before we would get Needle to
Mm-hmm.
death. And that's why the Needle is just amazing card to in Saga deck, right? To play main deck because it's just a free card to completely host some game plan. And yeah, opponent. I
You know
would
what's
feel
fun?
I would feel like a king if he drew the ending, but it still was kind of like not thought through. We were not. Oh, Kata would be good though. So playing against how we boarding against Colora's ring deck, kind of post ban
Mm-hmm.
when they don't have Vex and Bobble.
I think obviously we don't have a lot. What's interesting? Do you think Deafening Silence is good?
Um, I think it's good enough to bring it.
Okay. And we could play Barogoyf in theory, but they have a lot of these tokens that can block it, right?
How
So
many
it
removals
was.
would you like to keep against the Flashraker in the deck?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I feel like they only have that, right?
Yeah, only
Flash
that.
Freaker.
But the card is like really scary sometimes. But if you're gonna stop
I
there,
would probably. I would cut 2 swords to plowshares.
one paints for sure.
We can do that, and so that's 3 cards.
I think we can cut one Strix for the defending silence. I think the Strix is pretty
And I
mid.
but the Deafening Silence, how good is that? Because they often play just 1 card a turn, right? Like there was just exception. Don't let us be deceived by the turn they showed us when they had everything, and we only had
Yeah.
1 force. Obviously, if we think now if we had Deafening Silence, we would have won.
What I want to
But
point, like it's good to have. We have defending silence in one bomb and we beat Wandering probably because they can be playing only one card per turn. That's why I
yes,
like it.
okay, let's do that.
It's definitely like interesting like pace, or if you put it on the play, like they can't really go busted like monolith key something, for example.
And also it's fine for us because it says non-creature, and we can play like Tamil and Brainstorm, but they can only play like one of their things. So
Hmm. Yeah, I
I
think
think that's
I,
it.
I, I don't think we need
There's
battle
nothing.
voice.
Yeah, I think Barogoyf is not the. We want to get Kaito as soon as possible. We want to have some Bowmasters in play and just attack.
But the thing is, this is a matchup I like to play Nullrod in because it's like
Mm-hmm.
really one rod would just completely be they could just continue the game. But yeah, it's like they kind of like they basically betting play this deck like they're not gonna face it, right? Otherwise they just
Mm-hmm.
would have they would like oh I think we keep this. This like
Yes.
really there's both cards we were like kind of praying they kind of
Yes.
let us down for a moment. So let's see if we can find toad size. Oh, yeah, this is, I think, a keep. Tamio is like kind of, they're gonna be getting the cards. And we're gonna hopefully flip it ASAP.
Uh-huh. We want everything. We want Underground Sea and Tameo first 2, and the third
Yeah,
one will be the
I
caster.
agree. So we can like also Teferin curve.
Mm-hmm.
So next time we're
And
gonna be playing. Oh, what?
especially if they play like Ursa Saga turn 2, that would be great.
This is fine.
Yeah, it seems like we'll be forcing something.
This is also fine. We have ending for it if they have key.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'm gonna be ending it because we have force and we have the force for the big spell, right? Because if they have key, they would already go bananas.
Uh-huh.
So let's see how we played it. So we draw the UC, we know. So I think I would just wanna ponder and play probably Tamio after ponder.
Mm-hmm. And play it off Tundra.
Yeah, so we can find Toadsies. I think this is
I
shuffle,
think.
to be honest.
Yeah, I agree. I would shuffle. We're looking for like Wasteland.
But now actually I'm not
Wasteland.
sure if I wanna play the Tamio, but I think I wanna. I need to get some cards ahead, like in the
Yes.
exchange. If you're gonna like need to lose it a ferry, so be it.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely Monolith is not that scary if they don't have the key, but we might actually need to ending in next turn if they show us key eventually. Also, like, yeah, I think we were like kind of looking for Kaito with that ponder. Would be the kind of the ideal card. Kaito would be.
But definitely we didn't have anything there, and if we had maybe like Thoughtseize, we could think about keeping Snapcaster, but there was nothing really, not a lot to do. I think this is fine.
Yeah, I'll let it go because we can't like really flip it. It's like already.
Yes. I really wanted to see
We
the
shave the plows and we still draw it.
yes, and we bounce
The monolith
yes the monolith.
and hope we draw blue card. Basically, it's okay. We don't die next turn. Yeah, this is a definitely like tough matchup, and also the draws wasn't the kind so far.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is gonna get snap wastelanded.
That's nice.
Basically,
Okay.
right now wrapping, I have really the counter, and they kind of know about it. But
Uh-huh.
I think they're gonna still rip it because I didn't. I don't know why they rip it now when I rose the blue card. It's just. Oh, actually, we didn't consider bringing the cage. That was also a consideration, but it would still be
Okay.
good. Yeah.
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 I didn't play against this deck that much.
But I still think, as I said, even if we have cage, they would still be filtering the draws,
Yes.
which would be tough to
That's why I maybe don't even think it's like that good. Oh,
dress
there's
down
dress
on.
down.
One turn too late, right? If you have blue card, we would actually be fine if we force that, but
Wait. So we're definitely playing Wasteland, that's for
yeah.
sure. But don't we want to Wasteland like Ancientum? No, that's just
Oh. They have like too many cards to they can just get free needle or whatever later on.
okay.
I mean, I feel like we are like anyways kind of like we don't have the null rod basically. In this matchup, you need the null rod if you want to get back into this kind of games. I feel like, and we don't have it.
Mm-hmm.
If you have Kaito, I think we could beat Forge. If you have Kaito or any pressure, but we don't have it, so I think the game not gonna go well really for us, from my testing. But we will see. Yeah, this we at least can use to find the plow. So definitely plow was also correct. We just yeah, I feel like the Tomáš, if you wanna beat this deck, right, we just need the Nurod in your sideboard. But the deck is
Mm-hmm.
actually not really played. But you can beat it time to time, and we can see if opponents like playing kind of well so far. Like they showing us a good draws and playing well. So I guess I will just plow it. Or actually no, I will wait and just ending the monolith. I think that's better in respawn. We don't need to plow it yet.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's nice.
Our chances are very low, but I feel like I wanna play it out because they are like already 11 live.
But Nalrot is definitely a card that yes, ending it. Nalrot is definitely a card that could be in the board.
I would play it as a one-off in your build, I think, because we can see like how this is still even without Vex and Bobble, it's still very threatening deck. They just play like 16 payoffs and just we cannot. I guess like Visions harden them a little bit, but not like they can still like be yeah. The monoliths are also pretty bad for us. A lot of bad stuff is happening. Okay, first of all is like before the trigger. So now, like, we enter the tokens with the dress down, but the problem is the forge in play.
Uh-huh.
I feel like actually, if we didn't flood it, I feel like in the force the forge, I think that would be a game to play. But unfortunately, we didn't. We drew two lands over one blue card, which happens. That's we play variants game called Magic the Gathering, and we love it still. So yeah, don't think I wanna
Yeah,
miss.
I think we have to let it resolve, right? We are hoping to like counter his next business.
Yeah, I think it's bad regardless though for us.
Sure.
I would like to force that, but we also can't really force that. Yeah, just one null would be just game. Because right, like we would also don't care about this. They could just prey on the saga, and we would actually kind of easily beat the saga. I mean, I'm like kind of
Oh, I would probably keep the dress down.
yeah. I feel like
And then
I feel like this just game over. They're just adding free cards, right? They just draw 4 free cards this turn, for the record.
okay,
So I will just
yeah.
draw, and if you don't see Bowman or Kaito, I will just spec it in. You see, they keep playing free cards basically, just not beatable without the new road. Or even Melon would not stop them really. I guess Melon for 4 would probably, yeah. Or do you know what you could play, Tomáš? That how it's called, that Wide Meltdown. I think that would be possibly to play as a one-off.
Yeah, Wrath of the Skies.
Yeah,
But I was thinking about it instead of Toxic Deluge, but it's double white, and that's often problematic.
but we get like we get beat, and we seen like people even we shouldn't really be really sleeping and fully ignoring it, right? We seen like how powerful the deck is.
Yes, it could be one null rot in the. But I
Hmm.
think that first game was like doable if we like.
Yeah, no,
I think it was close. At some point, we could draw some answers for the
and I
picking
think I
leader,
think even
and
this game was close. If you don't draw 2 lands and stop the forge, I think this game would be also a game to play.
yeah, sometimes it's yeah,
About
game of
this
variance, as you
about
said.
these inches. This definitely was about tiny decisions and tiny gaps we didn't get luck. I don't want to like be complaining the luck, of course. I just saying it's just it,
No, but definitely this deck is let's say they want to play against us,
mhm.
and
Yeah, yeah. That was a perfect matchup for them. We don't have Nullroar in sideboard, so this was just kinda. I would say it was 70-30 matchup in their favorite when I see the two lists.
could be.
Yeah, it's definitely like kinda okay. But let's recover from that. Let's try to
Oof.
recover. We are already in the next round, and this I think it's keep in the dark.
Yes, for sure.
We
I
have
think
three
we have everything.
basics. Yeah, that's beautiful hand. If it's gonna be oops, this might be like 1 hour, 5 rounds. Okay, it's probably tempo or delver.
Ponder.
Oh, so this could be a
Nice.
show and tell. Okay, need to. But I
Good.
mean, so we're definitely gonna slam the thumbnail and see if it
So
sticks.
see, when I saw the hand, it's like Island Tamio, and that has not changed.
Let's see if they daze it. Okay, this resolve means it might be show and tell. Really. Yeah, this definitely could be also control, but I feel like when I'm seeing this pattern, right, like ponder right away into brainstorm, it just feels like the show and tell to me.
Yes.
Also, the show and tell is back into the meta because of stock up. It's like really helped the deck, but this brainstorm
And
block helps. This helps a
second
lot.
island and ponder. Yeah, you might be right. So we will see what we draw, but we're looking for thoughtseize.
And I think I'm gonna play fetch in case we're gonna be emergency looking for random draw. I wanna okay, never mind. We're gonna now just tricks after yeah tricks from the basic.
Agreed.
Hoping to draw force over basically. And if they're gonna resolve Shonta, hopefully it's Emrakul. We can beat Emrakul.
Yes.
Atraxa would be probably also beatable if they like don't really get Omne into another show and tell. Yeah, this is definitely show and
Well,
tell now. So now we need to like consider like how we play. I feel like I wanna. I don't think I wanna be Kaitoing this turn. We
I
just need to.
agree. I think that's the first thing we have to say. We don't want to be kaitoing, and we will be. I'm sure we will be flipping Tameo.
Yeah.
So what I like to do, attack first.
Yeah, and we're gonna after fire for the first ponder.
Then we fire Ponder, and we're looking for Thoughtseize, and we're looking for Force
Force
of
of
Will,
Will. Exactly.
Spell Pierce.
Spellpiece would be also a clutch. Unfortunately, now the swamp kind of like is clunky, but
Yes, that's why the Thoughtseize. Now we will have Thoughtseize. Come, show me.
this is easy shuffle.
That's very easy.
Okay, that's not good. So let's flood it, get underground.
Tundra.
I guess we
Okay.
can get Tundra. It doesn't matter, we show them the color. Okay, there's a force at least. It might be not enough, but
Yes,
yeah,
that's something.
that's a start. We plus and we should return.
If we don't die, and we could get something like I don't know, even the Thoughtseize, or even
Oh,
if
that's
we
amazing
return.
passing. That's just crazily.
That's inc-
I don't.
that's
I'm
incredible.
shocked. I'm shocked. And also, they don't even play the village. They don't play even.
Uh-huh.
Uh, let's see. Or some neighbors
But,
will just.
definitely we want Thoughtseize. We might be
Mhm.
minusing Tameo to get like Ponder.
I
Now
also
we can.
think I wanna now Kaito and fetch because we
Yeah,
know we know
yeah,
another bowman is
I
on top.
agree. We want to get Underground Sea and keep that open,
And we're
and
looking
we attack.
for Spell Pierce, Tochi's Force.
Yes.
Tochi would be the best actually because of the Tameo.
Uh, yeah, but we can only play one Thoughtseize this turn.
Yeah, that's true.
So we're looking more for like Force of Will. But Thoughtseize is obviously, we want that for sure.
Yeah, we brought both. Yeah, let's see if we can find another Force of Will.
Yes.
We open ourselves a little bit to days, but I think it's still correct. This is shuffle. Yeah, I mean, and we can upstairs because we have nothing. So yeah, we need
Yeah.
to like survive one more turn. That's crazy. Like how many breaks we can
Yeah.
make.
Yes, but unfortunately, I think, okay, they have Ponder. Yeah, I don't know. I think we'll probably die. But I think that's why I want to have like three Thoughtseize,
Teď to já
because
pořád točím, prosím tě, zavři dveře.
that's like the number that you can in within this number of rounds and ponders, we've played in this single game. I think by now we should have seen it. I think there's super high chance that we would, and I think that single Thoughtseize would just absolutely would yeah, it would be the game.
Mm-hmm. By the way, sorry guys, but I have the family members in my place, and I guess they don't understand. They are like from old school, and they don't understand recording stuffs. So stock up here.
That's fine. I'd
I
rather
no
use it.
I would actually stop it because we can just get it back, and they can just like I would actually stop it here because I think we just need to survive. We don't need the ultimate. I would stop it and get it back next turn.
Okay.
Right? Because they can just get Force of Will and they can just win in one turn with sneak attack, Tomáš. What is your. Do you think it's like
Okay.
crazy what I'm doing here?
Um, mm, I don't know. I would not do it, but your reasoning is good. But what I would like to is to find Thoughtseize next turn and still have the
Mhm.
Force and return the Thoughtseize.
I basically wanna now.
But
I wanna now just Force of Will rather than because they would have like.
but I mean they will go to 8. They will discard. They will pass the turn
Yeah,
with
but they
7.
would
They can't.
they want to card one irrelevant creature and they wanna still keep the 7 supreme cards.
Yes. Okay.
But
Okay. Do as you. Kaito. Definitely pitch Kaito.
yeah, because we can blocking the creature later on with it. They might just spell pierce it anyways. Oh, you see they're forcing back, so that was correct. When they're forcing back, it was
Okay.
they need the win con, the missing piece. So the next turn we need to really get. I mean, they can still go off this turn, but I think they played land, so I think it would be really hard.
No, they did play the Ancient Tomb
So let's start with the Kaito hit and digging.
for sure. And now please show us that Thoughtseize.
Yeah, or another force would be fine. Spell would
Yes.
be a little bit less likely. I feel like I wanna keep one brainstorm and the second one.
I agree. I agree.
And now we're gonna brainstorm.
Mhm.
We don't really need double plow. There's a wow, that's actually amazing draw. I think we
That's
can
very nice.
get away 2 plows.
Fetch. For C.
Please.
Okay, I do that first, yes.
Yeah. Let's see how many totals we need to do this turn. Yeah, it's gonna be so close. They have still 6 cards, and we have a lot of like kind of mid like cards like just helping us, right? But not really providing the win. And they definitely, I feel like this is gonna be close match, but definitely I like to play against this. Then, wow, yeah, this is just
Amazing. So they have 4 cards, so we just return Thoughtseize and do it again.
no. I would actually get Force Over because they could have 2 sneak attacks in play. I think we don't care about pitching the. I would get Force Over here, right? Because they can have 2 payoffs and they can draw another one from top, like the missing card. They could have, for example, 2. So
Okay.
I feel like the Force Over is just more correct, and after we can get the Toadseize the turn after.
Because
Because we're just gonna stop
again,
whatever they play and
I'm
play another Spell
what
Pierce.
but Arkan, I'm not
Right.
saying you are wrong. I'm not saying that. But
Yeah.
I'm thinking Thoughtseize means that we will see what they have. They don't know what's at the top of their deck. And they can have 2 payoffs, but they can also have 2 creatures. Or just 1 creature, right? 1 payoff. And we just take it's
So my
like
reasoning is,
surgical.
let's say they have 2 Shawanders in hand. You take Shawanda
Okay.
and they draw Griselbrand. Or I mean Atraxa. We have covered
Uh-huh.
Griselbrand. Or let's say they have 2 sneak attacks and the same thing. And they can
Okay.
pay only 1 payoff with the 5 mana.
Fair enough. So get that. Uh,
Yeah, that
you
was
could
my
also.
reasoning.
Okay. Okay.
But
Now
I
there's a
I would
question.
like to Toadseize them, right? Because they actually force the Toadseize, Snap Force, so that's definitely a
So
payoff.
that's kind of giving you that maybe Thoughtseize. Yeah. Anyway, I'm saying
Oh,
that
that's
sometimes Thoughtseize is better than Force of Will.
I do agree, but I feel like against this kind of combo, A plus
And
B.
now we have to consider: do we want to play Strix to
No,
dig one, or
I
we
want.
will play around Spell Pierce?
Yeah, I think Spell Pierce is very common in their deck,
Okay, pass.
so we passing. Also Days, but I feel like Spell Pierce is actually way more common than Days right now in these
Yes,
builds.
with Strix in play, we would still play around days, but so they have Petal,
So let's hope they don't
so they
have
have
two
four
payoff.
cards.
If we have double show and tell, we kinda
So this is sneak. So we force
pitching
for
to
Tamil.
them. Yeah. We can crazy if they have another. Okay, we can beat that. We played around it.
They
No,
have days.
oh no! I cannot beat that because they played it petal.
Okay.
This is crazy. Okay,
All right.
let's see what creature they put. We beat Emrakul,
Okay.
so I guess they have the sneak attack. I don't want to be really risking the game of drawing because we can sacking the bowman tokens if they have Emrakul really. So they have either
Uh-huh.
Atrax or Emrakul. I think we can beat that, but it's oh my god, that peta was such a so I was correct about my spider senses about it, but they had fluster. That's such a smart card to play over Spell Pierce. I didn't consider that. Yeah, this is resolve, I guess, and let's see what Faddy they have. They have 100% of Faddy. So I guess in that scenario, the Totes would be correct. I don't know if they had the mana to fluster the Totes. They might though.
Yes.
So
So they have Atraxa into Emrakul, right?
possibly. So now I need to probably plow it when it's on stack.
Agreed. And there is a possibility of, well, we can fetch, right? Because they're just going to
Yeah.
kill us. Damn. Is there Emrakul?
I mean, it's definitely. I mean, I guess I was supposed to go for the Totes. I didn't expect the Flusterstorm and Petal. I didn't expect
Mhm.
this. I'm not saying like I misplayed, but I feel like I've never considered this kind of like lineup. I feel like I just had in my head Spell Pierce, yeah, but definitely them drawing 5 for Zovils and the
Because
Flusterstorm, yeah.
my experience against like Sneak and Show is that they kind of hate Thoughtseize more than they hate Force so well because they have a lot of like how to fight on the stack,
Hmm. That's correct. That's correct.
but but if you take that 1 card, they can have like 3 show and tells, but
Mm.
they only have 1 fatty, for example.
Yeah, this is probably gonna kill me now.
Why?
I mean, in the upcoming turn, but we'll see what they attack. Now I wish I played that Strix in play, by the way. That would be just huge to have the Strix.
Mhm. We could also wait for his attack with the swords to plowshares. So
I
he
don't
would.
know if it was correct. Actually, yeah, because they used so many force of us. That's correct as well. They already
But they
used.
also they
Yeah.
also use so many petals, or I don't know, at least two, right? Oh no, no, I'm mixing it up.
Now we are dead though
Is-
because they Emrakul.
They do have a miracle.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a shame. It's a
Yeah,
shame.
that was a winnable game. It was about a turn we discussed like for 1 minute, and maybe I was supposed to go with your call. I just my line just made so much sense to me. I just didn't listen to your intuition. Interesting. Okay. So how we board against that? I definitely see the economy is gonna be the main pillar.
Uh-huh.
I like also dress
Yes,
down.
yes. Now
All
all for
these.
all blue cards, of course. This and I like surgical, honestly.
Also the shorter edict is pretty good.
Could be yes. So these cards
So
or
what? I'm not sure if you want to be cutting the basic because they sometimes bringing blood magus.
no, I don't. And also you want to be playing your land drops,
Hmm.
but I think you want to cut for swords to plowshares. Although that can kill like Atraxa, but I don't think that's good enough. And then, and now I don't, maybe you will disagree with me, but I do like to cut Kaito.
Both of them.
Hmm.
I mean, yeah,
Because that,
it might be too heavy. I can see why.
yes, because like what was happening, like they passed two times when we had Kaito, and it was almost like unbelievable, right? That we untapped with it.
I would just do cut also the sixes and one bowman. I can like see maybe keeping only one ending and keep all bowmans.
Yes, definitely you want to keep all Bowman.
Yeah,
That is for
so
sure.
I guess we're
In
gonna
my opinion,
cut
that's
the
for sure
ending.
because you have to kill him somehow. And that
True,
prismatic
true.
ending is like is obviously not amazing. They can have that artifact that prevents you from countering,
Hmm.
defense crit. But usually that's like a worst card in the deck. Prismatic ending.
But damn, it was they really put it off despite of so much we had so much like. But as I said, because I was drawing cards don't matter, right? And it's just like a B goldfish deck, which like if they set up it's just crushing if they set up the cards.
Hmm.
And yeah, they
Yes.
managed to get
But I want
us.
to see. But against this deck, I just want to see Thoughtseize. That's like my number one card to go.
Yeah, we find I think we find it too late, Tomáš. If we find like one
Yeah,
turn
yeah.
earlier, that would be just easy game. But I still think the turn was very hard, and obviously that petal kinda beat my yeah. If they don't have the petal, they would lose the game still. So I think I'm gonna be getting the basic island from the delta and ponder.
No, I would go Underground Sea Ponder.
Okay, underground sea. Okay, I guess I'll actually go. So what is more important if we wanna get basic later, plains or swamp? I
I think
think
maybe we'll. As I see it, maybe we'll get just two Underground Seas
actually
and Caracas.
yeah, and I guess good enough. It should be like basic island, maybe to like have the out for Hydrobus if they have like Blood Moon effect.
Yeah, but we do have some.
Yeah,
We have like Gloria and we have Hydroblast. We will see
let's
what
get
we get here.
UC and start digging. I don't think this is enough. I would like the defense if we have like good hand.
Hmm.
I think this is just not good enough. Yeah, Spub is amazing card. That's a start.
Uh-huh.
See how we're gonna. So the problem, I'm kind of scared about the village land if they have. We will see later.
Uh-huh. Now we will go Ponder. We'll see what's there. We play Fetch. We can get just one card of the three. We will then get like probably the Survey Land, or if we need to, we can spell
Oh, this
Pierce.
is amazing
That's,
draw as well.
that's nice. That's nice. What is there?
I
We
now
now
kind of like the defending silence.
no, absolutely. Now I know there is brainstorm. So get deafening silence, and we play it of Caracas, and we'll keep the fetch.
I mean, do you really need the brainstorm? I kind of don't want to show them the Caracas.
N-
I guess it's
No,
like
no, please Caracas and deafening silence.
okay. Yeah, I guess the
They have
brainstorm is
to.
okay.
If they don't counter it,
Their
They
countries is
just
just that. Their countries are that.
and they don't have they have not. I don't think they can. They have to bounce it. I don't think they'll be able to. We have two counters, basically hard counters,
I feel like,
and
as I
we'll
said,
be
I feel like their way. We now need to dig for ways if they have played the village.
okay.
The village can be actually our weak spot. If we are Achilles, we will need to be careful about our lower part of the leg. Yeah, so they brainstorm and play the fetch. So how we gonna continue? I feel like I would now like to fetch and just ponder. Try to.
And I would just ponder. I would just ponder and play fetch and ponder.
But you know we were gonna have one less look because we have brainstorm on top.
Yeah, it's okay
Right.
because we still want only one card from that. We'll be fetching.
I like
I
actually the hydroblast.
yeah, do get hydroblast, and we actually want even that forcible.
I don't think so. I think we
Okay,
have. I feel like
we have enough.
yeah. I wanna find now Bowman
Okay,
or
like
Tamil.
probably if he does nothing, we'll probably just surveil end of turn,
Mhm.
pass the turn. I would like to have 4 lands, and we'll
Actually,
be
what
playing
about Tomáš? Oh well,
Snapcaster Brainstorm end of turn,
yeah.
and we'll start beating.
But what about my line ends the brainstorm and keep the Snapcaster brainstorm for the turn after? If we just like play brainstorm like we play show and tell. It's kind of like
Yeah,
weird
it's fine as
brainstorm,
well.
right? Like we can like
Mhm.
prepared for the turn after for the snap.
Yeah, it's fine. It's possible, but it's like a blue card. Kind of, I see the brainstorm now as a blue card for force. Then we have hydroblast. Then we have Pelpier. So we have like 3 hard counters,
But
sort of, for his thing. So
how we beat the village though?
well, he needs a lot for village. He
Yeah,
needs
yeah, yeah.
five mana for village. Five
Village
lands.
and one island. Yeah, basically 5 mana. Village and four lands. I mean
Four
four.
lands if he has ancient tomb pierce.
Petal is actually not really that. They need to be playing now the petals if they want to prepare for the future turn.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
also
Yes.
good. They could have spirit guides, I guess. They usually play few, not 4, like petal.
I
Yeah,
don't think
gonna
they
be.
play.
I mean, I guess
They
I'll
don't.
go for the surveillance then. Yeah, we can go.
Mhm.
We don't need to be rushing.
And I can totally see that he will like if we play like Thoughtseize, he will be just like we can if we Thoughtseize, he will probably force a will, by the way,
Hmm.
because he has nothing to do with force a will anyway.
So the total is actually not that good draw, by the way, because I feel like because you can like fight, but becomes Peppy the force of will.
Mhm. But it still takes some of his
Yeah,
resources.
it's still 2 for 1.
Yes, and I like about Deafening Silence. We can Snapcaster Brainstorm. That's nice. We can
Hmm.
play 2 spells. It's not like Edris one Canonist.
Yep. Oh, they lost connection. That's inappropriate. Let's hope they're gonna go back, so we don't need to be waiting the whole 10 minutes. But now I guess we
Or
can
they,
like I can show you the Grixis control when I'm playing for this qualifier to play.
uh-huh.
I took basically notes from your list because I just felt your numbers felt on point, and I just like having basically the big difference is I'm playing clean answer for Kaito, but I don't have Caracas. There's a big if. I'm also not sure about the Kling here. Could be spell
I mean,
piece.
yeah, I think Caracas is probably not the biggest thing, but I would say you don't have your removal is worse.
Hmm.
You simply don't have Source to Plowshares. You know, for example, when I know we lost the game, but it kills Atraxa as well, right? Swords. It kills everything. It kills Barrogoyf. It kills Nethergoyf. Like Nethergoyf can be a problem when he can recur it
Oh yeah,
and
yeah,
so
for
on.
sure. In this kind of
And sometimes I don't like about Fatal Push. Sometimes you kind of want to blow fetch, but you also feel, oh, shouldn't I keep the fetch so I can kill his like Barrogoyf or whatever. So that also feels a little bit odd. But overall, of course, I like Grixis Control. I played it, you know, the lists
Mhm.
from James Kisau. So I'm a big fan. I played it a lot. It feels great. Yeah. So I'll wish you good luck.
With my deck choice, you're saying. Yeah, I'm just like I'm
Yeah.
gonna be like I have like few
I
hours
d-
for the deck choice before I will
yes, but
submit.
when I see it, I'm not sure about like the Harbinger. I used to play it as well in Esper. but it's so hard to get it into play with 3 colors. So that's one thing I'm not so sure about. I would probably have just like Blood Moon. Isn't Blood Moon just better? Because you can get just Island Swamp and just swap Blood Moon and you're fine. I don't know. It's
Yeah,
just
that's true. That's true. I didn't know that
good
really.
for like the double blue is so hard. You can't play it turn 3.
I
If you
also
play
thought
turn 3,
about if I'm supposed to play Hull Breacher or Nullrot against the Wandering decks. What is the
yeah,
best card? It's very
I don't know.
complicated.
I feel like I wouldn't play Hullbreacher because you already have like Bowmaster and you are limited in like the choices that you have. And one more thing, I'm like when I played Arena and I played like some Heimless, I really like the equipment, the vehicle that removes 2 cards from grave.
Yeah, the
I
Hearse.
think
I like to play it as well.
it's super strong there, but is it good enough in Legacy?
I think it is, but it's definitely
I play test.
it's definitely less good now. But it's very good in this kind of like the mirrors
I
of
play
like grinding
tested
games.
it, and it you kind of want to have it early because if you don't have it early, then I drew it multiple times when you had like 2 Nethergoyfs, and I could shrink them like by 1. But when they have like 8 cards in grave, you're not getting there. I'm afraid.
But I definitely can see. I also have like many times the problem. I have Fatal Push, but I cannot kill Barogoyf sometimes.
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I
Yes,
mean,
but then I probably I would go for Nihil Spellbomb instead. But I see, of course, it. But don't take me wrong. I like the card because it's like I like cards that can like remove graveyard again and again. Oh, they have this.
so I think I would just Spell Pierce it.
Yes. Underground Sea.
Yeah. Wait, why not like getting Island to be able, if like the, I guess,
Okay. You can.
yeah, to like just like if you like somehow like really tap out, which is like I don't know which it's happened, or if you
The
use
only
the
thing is,
Hydroblast.
next turn he can have the land, and we can be in a we can have some problems.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be confusing what deck I should pick though, because like I don't have enough time to testing really. I play like so many decks, but I did like right like but if you wanna like cover the details, like it's that requires way more than just playing few leagues with every deck.
Mhm.
So I guess this is gonna be for me afterwards. We finish this video. I'm basically gonna be toying with what to run. And let's get the basic and pierce it.
Nice. Of course, we would like to see Wasteland,
Yeah, Wasteland would be
or,
kind of like also good.
or
I
almost any land.
I wish we had like easily Bowmaster though. Like these brainstorm would be just
Yes.
that would be just. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, we'll just do it.
We snap fire this.
I
Let's
think he
hope
will force.
that's possible.
Because what else are you? Oh, he
They
did
did a
not.
fluster.
So he
Oh,
has Pyroblast, Pyroblast, What's that? Brains. That's
fluster.
Flusterstorm and Omniscience.
I would probably
Okay.
take the fluster maybe. Actually, no, the fluster is dead. Never. When I'm talking with the definition, that's the blasts though are kind of actually annoying. What I'm trying to do.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if the Omni is like.
Okay. Yeah, I think this doesn't do really almost anything, right?
I would take one of the
So
blasts probably.
yeah, let's do that. Do that.
And we need to find really the clock because their hand seems kinda bad. I was afraid, but their hand is actually not that scary.
Same.
Fluster is
They
dead a
don't have.
dead card. I mean not dead, like it's probably gonna stop like the Snapcaster half of the value, but on their end step eventually.
Like, what would be tempting about taking the Omniscience is that if he like now draws Show and Tell, he can't cast it, right? Now, if he draws Show and Tell, he can cast it, put Omniscience into play. Yeah.
But the two blasts would be just so they would just be just like uh yeah. if they would play properly, it would be very annoying with
Yeah,
that.
but the blasts can counter back of what we're doing, right? And they only answer like our Snapcaster. They do nothing else really. And our Bowmaster, they are not answered by them.
But now is the question: do we gonna brainstorm end step?
Absolutely.
Yeah, just we need to play every
Because
turn
now
as well.
they can't pyroblast back our brainstorm
See if they
because they play the
shuffle.
ponder.
They shuffle. That's a big win. They drew
Yes.
ponder for the draw, and they don't play land drop.
Uh-huh.
Why?
Definitely brainstorm, and we're looking for like
We
Bowmaster.
don't need the ending, so we're gonna do
We don't
this.
need the ending, and yes, and we'll draw the this.
And I kind of wanna play. Actually, no. I just wanna pass here now.
No, I want to pass because they would just snap pyroblast it. But now if they draw like ponder or brainstorm or whatever, we can end of turn snapcaster brainstorm and they can't pyroblast it.
Now we're gonna get surveillant if they pass. Actually, never mind. So because snap peers, that's actually, I wanna just like I think I wanna just force it. Force pitch hydroblast maybe. Actually, no. Force
Oh,
pitch brainstorm. We don't need the brainstorm actually, right? Because they
okay.
just need this resolve. Their hand would be open. I feel like.
Okay. Force it then.
What you would pitch though, if you would
I
force?
I would pitch brainstorm because we will be
Yeah.
brainstorming. Uh, uh, oh, we won't be brainstorming end of turn
I
because
think we
we.
can actually get this through and now to get the info before we decide more.
Yes.
Seems like we can do this. Yeah,
Okay.
that's we keep. And we're gonna be still keep waiting for the next one we play like a normal cantrip,
Uh-huh.
not the bust one.
And now we just pass. And when they play anything that we don't need to counter, we can just snapcaster brainstorm end of turn. Which is, yeah, I wish we could do it sooner.
Wow, this is crazy. They're the rips. This is absolutely crazy. Yeah, this is not good.
I would now I'm thinking about it. I would probably just let it resolve
Yep,
and
I
do
think
end of turn snapcaster brainstorm, and then we can untap with like some reasonable cards, and we will be beating, and he will be only 11 life next turn because the ancient tomb.
good. Also good stuff like the basically fluster and the red blast. I guess no, they would just blast the sometimes if they are smart. But we will see what they do. Of course,
Of
we don't
course,
know.
they can do that. They can kill it in our turn, that's for sure, but we will get the value out of it. You can also get like
So
Thoughtseize in our turn.
I think we have like very interesting games in this league, despite the Bowmaster is.
Yes.
I guess I
Yes.
guess I wanna draw. I kind of wanna play base and then keep the force up actually, so we don't need to be pitching. I think it's correct. But I want
I
actually.
see.
I want also have the Bowmaster up if they do nothing.
Yes, that's true. So yeah, you can do that. You just put first. Yeah, you did it. Force of will, right?
Yeah.
So we attacked.
The definitely chance keeps us in the game. I feel like if we don't have it, we would be dead already.
Mm-hmm.
The cards actually like
Yeah,
keep us
yeah.
around.
I like it a lot. That's definitely one of the signs of Marcus Ewald. You know who that we worked on this deck with. That
Hmm.
he definitely likes this.
I'm glad they took 2 extra damage by the way, Tomáš. They misplayed already.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Defending silence is like great. I think I would let it dissolve actually.
Yes, I would let it resolve and just
I
at
think
end of turn.
actually, yeah.
But they can get the village. That would be the issue.
Yeah, the village would probably do the job. But I don't think the basing them would.
Wow.
I guess we blast it. Because we need to kill them, right? With the bowman in play.
Yeah, for sure.
Can't actually.
Yeah, and we can't have it in
But do you
play.
saw my spider senses, Tomáš, now? Like I felt it. even before we even go
Yeah,
sideboard.
but even if we had underground sea, we would just hydroblast it. But yes,
Yeah, I
you're
mean it's
right.
like in this scenario, in this scenario we just care about the 2/2 bear. That doesn't matter. They can't do anything. I feel like.
But now but you usually have Blood Moon, right? And it's kind of funny. And now actually it's 3 turn clock, and we have 2 forces. And as far as I counted, unless they draw a village, they should not.
And even if now is the question: if we waste the volcanic, can we actually they have Omni anyway? So yeah,
Yeah.
we need to just hope they don't have the
No,
village.
the problem would be if he plays another Magus, then I think, yeah, then I don't want to be in that situation, because then we probably have to counter.
Wow, I
Or he
mean
could.
the definition just like be the triple stock up. This was just crazy.
Mhm.
Impressive shown by your list once again. And I guess we can cut
Yeah.
the ending because we didn't see. Yeah.
Yes, I agree. And and now I don't know. They have Pyroblast, so Kaito definitely is not coming back. We could have Strix. We could have Nihil Spellbomb that doesn't really do anything, but we have
I
Veil
feel like
Strike.
one Kaito is still fine. One of Kaito. You never draw two, and you can still pitch it.
Okay.
And I like Kaito more than Strix basically. If I wanna bring a blue card.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't want to cut the land. We know about the Magus, so we need to be. I think I will be getting basics on the draw. We will see like how we draw though. Of course, if we can do it. If we cannot, we of course will don't fetch basics.
Also, we could have like one Swords to Plowshares instead of Kaito, but I think it's probably.
Okay,
And
this
now
is
they
actually.
start. We're keeping, obviously.
Yeah.
But they will be flustering our Thoughtseize turn one, I think. Oh, but they do always do Ponder, right? So
And after this game,
we'll
I
be
will
fine.
make just a 1 minute break because I need to delay my lunch. So I will tell they need to evade with me.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I don't mind it. Like I'm not hungry, but I'm just don't wanna be interrupted with the food. Yeah, they went into 5 for the record, but we
Mm-hmm.
never forcing the petal. They have just the turn 1. Magus turn 1,
Crazy.
I feel. Actually, it's actually stock up. I feel like it's gonna
With
force and Totsies.
Yes.
Yeah, just.
We could also wait. Yeah, yeah, probably. We could also like just like let it resolve and then Thoughtseize, and it would probably have very similar effect.
If they have 2 lands, that would be hilarious. Oh.
A Brainstorm Omniscience.
I wanna take the Omni. We have double Bowman. The Brainstorm do nothing.
I agree. I agree.
I mean, if they rip now the land, that would be. I guess they could just get. That would just mean Psycho, right? They don't have that. I wanna just Sorcery Speed, of course.
Yes, play it. Yes, play it now.
I didn't expect the game 3 gonna go this way, though. That game 1, though. I feel like that game 1 should have been a W, but I just. That's why, like, this is so complex, right? Like, did you feel we were gonna lose in that. But I felt like so nice about my position that game 1. But they still get us. I guess we're gonna get basic island and ponder after.
Uh-huh.
Try to find force level or hydroblast so we don't get magus or another
Mm-hmm.
basic. Yeah, I think force of negation in black and swamp is good enough.
Very
If they
nice.
don't if they don't
We,
play next turn, we're gonna have edict up with the swamp.
yeah, I just want to say we kind of won all those cards.
Oh yeah. The damage also is a thing. Okay, they can now magus. Okay, no magus, good. Unfortunately, this one doesn't stopping magus because the layers are works the way.
Mm-hmm.
How
But
they
we could still
works.
eat.
I mean, we could, but I wouldn't have the edict in play, right? If I want to fetch a swamp, it would
Understand.
yeah, it would disappear. They're gonna go surveil. Okay.
And again, we have like 2 turn clock.
Okay. So far, we have very interesting games. Actually, let's draw the edict. But this is like also like what benefits us, right? We keep bigger range of the hands than they do. They just basically
Mm-hmm.
need to like more aggressively.
Yeah, that's why I don't play combo decks.
Oh no! And they have we do the Omni though. There's the wow. They had the village. Just found it.
Yeah, we just counter.
But it was like kind of scary, right? Like when I already see like
I was
I'm glad we take
expecting
the.
battle, but it's if he was playing battle, we would just like force it. But then that's why you have to play
This
battle
is fine
first.
though. They can't like redraw and use this anymore. So this is whatever.
Yeah, they can't tap the ancient tomb anymore.
I
And
think
they
we
can't really.
should get a surveillance in this spot. Actually,
I
no. I don't want to
agree.
go.
Why
Like what are we
not?
like really looking? Yeah, I guess it's impossible to get them get sneak attack and attack with Emrakul. I'm just was considering this to go to
And even if
15.
they do, we have Caracas and we have
Yeah,
Edict, so I don't think this is happening.
this is not bad.
We, yeah, you can play it probably,
I'm
but you
trying
can't
to
play for.
find. I'm trying to find wasteland basically because we can attack them or toad-size them. We don't care about this, and I guess we're gonna get the ponder. Okay, they died. So I will be back in 30 seconds, and yeah, I guess I'll probably play Yoris more because you put so much testing. But you can after the video, you can like tell me why like yeah, I feel like I would go very with Yoris if I would play Control from these two because I just don't have time for testing these details, right? Because you see like it's definitely like change, right? This is a flex slot. It was purpose, but BRIB.
Yes, I have to say, while Arcan is gone, I have to say I do like Grixis control or just Grixis decks. I think it's super cool. I like where you have Lightning Bolt that Arcan is not running, Snapcaster, the old thing, Kalagan's command on Snapcaster, Snapcaster, Kalagan's command, that sort of like check pile thing. But as I said before, the problem I see is that you have unreliable removal. And when somebody has like 5 mana threat creature, whatever it is, you just can't kill it. When they put like Murktide Regent and you have double push, you were winning all game, and now they have just Murktide and you can't answer it. Yeah, I think it's more like a jigsaw, like a puzzle, which is challenging and enjoyable, but at the end of the day, it's so much hard work um, to get it to win with this. So that's why I'm not so sure about it. Otherwise, it's very, very similar to the Esper, as you heard Arkan build it based on that Esper. Obviously, having Pyroblast is great, but I think Pyroblast is obviously really good. I would play it, but I think I remember times when Pyroblast was like a must. When you couldn't be without it, and I think those times are gone, right? Like you can play successful list without Pyroblast. So back in the day when, for example, Esper couldn't be Jace the Mind Sculptor resolved, now when I think of Pyroblast like the main target, Tameo even flipped. I see Nadu as a prime target, Cephalid, good target. Obviously Counter Wars, show and tell. But obviously, whatever Arkan will decide to play or whatever you want to play, I think you'll be.
Alright, I'm back, and we can
Mhm.
continue and finish the league. Let's see. I mean, if you're gonna 4-1, we're gonna like we're not gonna beat the previous record, but it will be still very insane, right? 80% win rate. So we need to fight for it. So let's go. So far we're kind of meeting the meta. I feel like I was thinking about in that small break. So what you would cut for the Nurot, Tomáš? If you wanna run your list today in the super qualifier,
I would probably run the Nihil Spellbomb.
you would change the nearest one for the Nurot. You're saying
That's my like sideboard flex slot. I like all the other cards, so that could be Nullrot.
this is amazing hand. And this player is
I
like
love it.
well known to play Bomberman.
hmm
It's an
So we
Asian
thought.
great player.
So we thought these.
Yeah, probably from the UC. We need to be getting
Yes.
basics what they're running. Yeah, they're playing the painter. So this is interesting hand. Their hand is actually very very strong actually.
So they have double painter and.
So I kind of don't want to take Invalid because this I want to hit with Bowmaster if I will get it.
Uh-huh.
So I think I'm gonna get the Engineer probably that I want to take.
Okay, sounds reasonable.
Definitely we need some help from the cantrips and from the top of the deck, but it's like how it goes. They play Velder probably. Okay. Basins would be also amazing and nice. Now we've covered the Saga. That's just amazing draw.
Very nice. So we start with Ponder.
Agreed. Looking for Bowmaster. Oh wow. I feel like I like the Kaito because we're gonna play Tamu and we can Kaito next turn.
Uh-huh.
And unfortunately we lose the Toadsis, but I think the Toadsis would be anyways medium, right? Because they have double painter and they welded to get the painter. So and no point getting basics game one. They play in usually it's the kind of common they play every painter play 4 Magus of the Moon in the sideboard.
Mm-hmm.
Play Saga now, I'm assuming, into painter. There it is. We're gonna snap waste. Yeah, actually, I think we need to delay the Kaito a turn, which is fine. We can still like be drawing clues and step.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's actually even better.
Very nice.
And I don't think holding a pier is that big of a deal. I mean, I guess we could stop how it's called that Fable, but they would need to draw it in the 3
They would
random
need
draws.
They would need Enchantum,
They
right?
do have it. That we know about,
Oh,
Tomáš. They have free. They basically had 3 random draws to get the Fable, which I think we should play the triggers usually, right? Like when we yeah. Total is like fine draw later on, so we start making clues. But Vaesen is amazing. That was like big big step up for them. They don't abuse that, and they don't have the easy access to grinds. Oh, this is I would pierce always.
yes.
That's actually wow.
I read it multiple times, but I have to say I'm not 100%
Oh
sure what
my
it.
god, we might be dead now.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's part of the magic. They drew 2 bangers in 2 draws. That's why it's good to play. If you like this big swings, if you play basically combo deck, you can like draw really extraordinary. Yeah, I don't think we can stop it. I think we are just dead here.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you continue draw with the clue maybe.
We can draw with a clue,
That's an
and
option.
yeah, so just attack with her.
Unfortunately, Kaito wouldn't do anything in this board.
Exactly.
So maybe we were supposed to shuffle that Kaito, but it's kind of oriented. I think the Kaito was fine. And we draw
And
the
we just
clue. And
mhm.
hope we draw either that or we're gonna be representing the plow.
Prismatic ending or source of plowshares, and we can be just representing the.
Yeah. And see if they but I mean I think they're gonna go for it, but we will see. And if they have blast, they're definitely gonna go for it. If they're the second card, they have one unknown card. Boots is fine.
Okay, so will he put the boots on?
No, they just
To
gonna
like
now mail me. They was just like yeah, they
okay,
got
we're
snap
dead.
over.
Okay, that's a shame because I think that's I enjoy playing it
And
and
they
it's
do play
usually
only
good.
they only play 2 grindstones. And they rip it.
Hmm.
I feel like the counter would be actually fine to beat. I feel like they just kind of high roll us, which is fine.
Hmm.
So we're definitely gonna bring all the graveyard hate. The blast, of course. Dress down is also Shior Edict, Deluge, also Barogoyfs. And I would cut probably all Force of Wills. Or do you like
Okay.
keeping? I like just
I'm just
cutting
yeah,
all Force of Wills against Painter lately.
yeah, yeah. I'm also not sure how good is the Kaito. I would cut Kaito.
Yeah, Kaito definitely it's cuttable. Bargov is definitely way better on that free mana drop.
I agree with that. So that's 6 cards.
I
Are
would
you
probably cut.
sure
I
we?
would probably cut also stock ups because it just they play so many pyroblasts.
Hmm. But we play blue cards. So I'm
Yeah,
not
that's
so
also true. We also
like I'm sure we want to have the Hydroblast, that's for sure. Dress down for sure. Toxic Deluge, yes. Barogos, yes. I'm not sure about Edict.
Yeah, we can
And
definitely consider the edict. I'm also not sure about the Strix.
I'm not sure about the surgical extraction. Do we want that?
I mean, yeah, because I just wanna because of it's just so good to keep their the engineers in check.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it's
Okay.
like we have the room how we boarding usually. I usually always board it in this matchup, and I never regret
And
that.
we need to cut 2 cards, right?
I would get one Strix at least.
Okay.
I'm not sure how this puppet is good. It's pretty mid. But actually, no, we seen
And
the Cauldron, so I kinda don't hate it. They have
it's
Cauldrons
also.
and the Fables.
Mhm.
Oh, Plows. I like the Ponders. I like all these. So I think the last card gonna be one of these two, I guess. We could also
Yes.
consider cutting.
You, you can also cut that one stock up, possibly. But for defense of Strick is a card that can really help you immensely against Saga.
That's true, because if they wanna try
Because
to grind us, we need Strixes to fill the draws.
yes, of course we have Dress Down, of course we have Wasteland, but you don't always do have it. So Strix is pretty good there.
I guess we can cut the Surgical, but I mean the engineer after would be like must kill basically.
Uh, I think not always, but you can cut that one stock up.
I don't have time. I need to make call. I don't
Okay,
have thought through because we are on the clock. We get roped.
okay.
Yeah, but I feel like all the cards are kind of like can be good. I mean, eating is also kind of mid, but I like the eating because I just don't like to
I
die
think
to paint the
I think
cheese.
this previous game I thought we had really good hands and everything seems good, but they just had it even better, and we didn't have removal. If we had like swords, it would
Yeah,
be
we
also
could be.
different.
Yeah, it would be different story. So this hand is good, and I wanna get basic island with the first fetch,
Okay,
and after we can just get non basics because we have double blast. Because we don't know if the opponent likes to cheese us with the Magus. It always
okay.
depends of the opponent's choices.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think. I think basics form is probably better if you wanna get basics. Island, Tameo, and see if they kill it. If they kill it, it's
Yeah.
fine. We're gonna try to get to the Baragoyf. Okay, that's trade
Okay.
we accept. Okay, Ponder is amazing draw. Looking for the third land, and there it is. I kinda like everything, but I guess we can put bottom Bowman and hope they don't have Velder, I guess. But if they have Velder, I kind of feel. But I feel like Plow in general gonna be better than that.
Yes. Agreed.
I'm gonna play this in case they Fable, so we can stop the Fable. Definitely wanna stop Fable here. That's
Okay.
that's fine. We have endings and the Teferi, so that's okay. I kinda don't wanna the Plow now when I see this play. I just wanna get
Uh-huh.
Surveillant. And we're gonna snap play stock up because the okay the shuffle
They,
buck. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. You would keep the plow or?
uh, not yeah, probably, but it's okay. But I agree that we want to play stock up now because they can't Pyro Blast.
Mhm. Wasteland is definitely ending, and I guess
Okay.
Wasteland or the
Yes.
plow or the plow if you can wanna be careful if he thinks they have the painter with the
Yeah, but we can also prismatic the painter. But I like
yeah.
the wasteland because they can have saga
Mhm.
and all that. But it's definitely I like it a lot. It's very exciting.
This is gonna just
There's
gonna get
the
blasted. So I think next time I'm gonna play Baragov and blast it, and after ending the bridge on the next cycle. But we will see what they get. Maybe they might. Oh, they have also painter. Jesus Christ. So I feel like I wanna. Hmm, I think I'm gonna actually kinda. We need to actually ending this now. No, this is so bad. You know, I feel really stupid for that plow.
No, don't.
Yeah, they definitely lining up well. They can swap that.
But the engineer, he has to sacrifice. What he's going for?
Yeah, we need to kill the. I think we need to start. We need to kill the engineer because we don't have bowman. This is the start. We need to remove this.
Okay, I'm not sure about it, but okay. And now you prismatic ending the and wasteland.
But we don't have that much. We have after only 2 answers for the bridge. But I guess
I think we'll be fine. I think you have to kill the. That's where I would say. I think you have to kill Painter.
But is the question: do we gonna go for the tomb, or do we gonna keep it for the grind if we're gonna draw more sagas?
Maybe we just play the fetch and we can counter something.
Yeah, I think
That
yeah, but we need to kill the painter, unfortunately.
it's okay. It's okay. Could be worse. He could have like untapped red source and pyroblast or whatever.
Very close calls, and there's a saga, so I'm glad I waited with the wasteland.
Yes.
Yeah, that's gonna get spell pierced, and hope
Beautiful.
they don't have
Gonna
the
have.
blast. If they have it all,
If they have it all, that would be.
that
And
would be just.
we shuffled away the bowmaster.
Oh, thanks God.
Okay.
Oh, they had a kill again! I'm glad we killed that. Oh my God. I'm glad all the decisions we're making, they have all every. Okay. So let's start with this because they have bridge.
Uh-huh.
Gonna wait the saga and like the. No, I don't like Ponder. We wanna keep the Hydro up.
Agreed. But sometimes I find it interesting that a lot of times painter players they don't like mill you for 3 mana, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't understand it because
They're gonna get a new hand
uh
over this,
huh.
which is unfortunate. Oh, I don't like care about the damage.
Oh, he can attack. What
He
I
has
was
two
trying to say that
cards.
if you ever play a painter and you play against control deck and you play like draw and go, just activate the grindstone. Just activate
Mm-hmm.
it. Unless you play
I like
against
the
Uro.
plow,
Mm-hmm.
and we shuffle the Baroglyph.
Mm-hmm. You can attack.
Yep.
How big is the Baroglyph?
6. So we
Okay,
have
that
two
will take
clean
some time.
entry for the bridge. I think the best is kinda like to draw Tameo now.
Yes, yes, sure.
Okay. Arena of Glory.
So this will have haste. We need to hydroblast it, right? Because otherwise he can get Ring into play. Because he has haste now.
I do agree with that. Yeah, we
That's
need to Hydroblast it.
that's a little bit annoying, actually. I can
But
totally see us lose.
this is why I wanted to bring the surgical. As you can see, the car is like the main.
Uh-huh.
This is why I wanted to consider the surgical that highly. But definitely, they can sometimes be even surgical, of course.
Yeah, yes. If they have haste, then yeah.
Can't I get it
Because
even
it's
spell?
one of the newest additions, this Arena of Glory.
I think it's one off.
Ring.
Board, I don't care. There's the bowman a little bit late to the party, but I guess we still take it.
Yeah.
I'm
So
on,
now it's just
with 2 cards. Oh wow. They even wanted to go for the ultra cheese. That's horrible. I guess we lost. Wow. I don't think we could like get the second basic though that easily, right? If I remember my fetching pattern, like how I was fetching. Yeah, that's just
Punished. Yeah, we attack with the oh
no.
he
They played
oh.
land after.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Where's the swamp though? So now we need to draw the basic planes. We use both hydroblasts.
Oh, one of our best draws is still Tamio.
I think I wanted to
And
play the replay if I would wanted to get the basics.
but see, our opponent could like mill us with a grindstone, and he's not doing it, which is wrong.
Yeah, that's true. It does nothing.
That's nice.
We need to draw cantrips.
Yes. Come on.
Tameo is good. That's a good
There is
start.
Tamio. That's something.
It matters the rest.
Good that we didn't draw a turn earlier. But now we'll have things to draw through. But it's good that we can still Bowmaster. If we get something like Ring.
Actually, I
Nothing
misplayed.
is
I was supposed to put on top if they realize. Actually, I will not play even Bowmaster. If they realize they should be milling me.
Yes, but unfortunately, any painter is we die.
I would need to see probably the replay if we could fetch the basics. I can't tell
We
it
probably,
now.
I think we probably could, but it would. Maybe we could not really, especially with Caracas to having a planes. Now he realized.
Now they mill my Teferi. Oh my god. I could have kept it in my hand. It's horrible.
Oh, that's a shame.
But Tame ulti, we're gonna now draw 2 cards per turn. I don't think I wanna be flipping. Actually, do I wanna flip it? Probably no. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna flip it because you're gonna die quickly to the grindstone than the ultimate. I think they would. Yeah. I'm gonna draw here. Jesus Christ, are we really gonna die by that? Yeah, by that cheese. The classic cheese by painter, just getting cheesed, not playing. Yeah, I think this does it. We don't have enough answers for the resolved. We have only one ending. And if they mill the plane, we are just dead. Of course, they drew this when I play the bow. When I have one window and play the bowman, but it's alright.
Especially when they'll tap it again.
Yeah, so we're gonna get it bigger.
Oh, that's very nice because we'll hit both of those cards.
Yeah, so we're now gonna bowman. Oh god, I could have 2 bowmans in play. Yeah, I think playing the Bargo was also a misplay.
Could be, especially when you had like Bowmaster in hand. Anyway, you want to attack?
See, we can draw the basic. Is fine. Snapcaster, unfortunately, can't get the Hydro because we have only access to 1 island, so just shuffle. Oh no, I flipped the Tameo now.
It's okay. It's maybe better.
Yeah, we can just start like getting the Hydroblasts, right? Start getting. This may be
Yes.
yeah, that's gonna be the play. I think we're gonna start killing all his every turn 1 Blood Moon gonna die.
Potentially, but I think he will just draw the painter and we die.
Yeah, I guess that would be the way to go. But definitely, that was a very complicated game 3, and I would need to. I guess I will maybe check after the record video and can like discuss like.
But I think this is one of my favorite matchups in terms of it's always intricate, interesting. We have the tools to win, but we can obviously also lose. Like as we can see it now. So I think it's definitely always interesting games
They
with.
drew the bolt, but we can just rebowman immediately.
Yes. Or
Oh,
not. it's fun. Yeah, we actually cut the forces, so which makes sense, of course.
I mean, forces would be amazing now. It's kind of like when we get bridge and moon, that would be the relevant card. Crazy. Okay, they got me.
Okay.
I think if they don't fight the painter, they would actually die by the ring, which is also fun. Of course, using okay, GG.
Okay, that's a shame because I think we 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 should have done something differently.
I think we were supposed to respect more the Blood Moon earlier. I wasn't really thinking that deep because but as you can see, people just trying to cheese me. I mean, despite they have to know I have basics, but they just try to get the window. I don't think actually the replays are. Yeah, I'm going to have to check the video what we record to see exactly the fetch pattern. But I guess it's anyways we went for some lines and let's see.
Okay, let's win the last one.
Yeah, I like to call it a proud chest to win the last round. I think the only thing what you could have done different is the surgical, basically. I don't think I would.
Yeah, but also I think we had to spend like Hydroblast on like engineer that I usually just like to kill,
Mhm.
but we had to counter it because he had the land, the special land, and gives haste.
Oh yeah, some of these details are basically was. I think
Oh,
on the
that's
play I
it.
wanna keep it. On the draw I would probably mull it.
Hmm.
Would you keep it on the against unknown deck? It definitely can like
And
backfire. This.
are we on the play or on
Yeah,
the draw?
we are on the play.
So we keep. That's it.
I still like though this league, despite we
Hmm.
kinda had like very tough decisions and tough matchups.
Yes, maybe we can play that null rod. I mean, I think I didn't include null rod maybe
Mhm.
because of the clues.
But basically, when I'm
And
for my
and we
testing,
got
I always
yes.
need like a deck when I need a null, otherwise with fair deck it's hard to beat. Like this kind of type
Okay,
decks.
maybe that could be added. We could also have obviously Stony Silence, which is probably stronger card, but null rod is
I think
easier
I
to
wanna keep.
cast.
I think I wanna graveyard actually. Don't be
Yes.
greedy.
Hmm.
I still wanna play as best as possible and don't be affected by unfortunate rounds we had. Okay, that's amazing.
That's funny because we're wasting.
And they
We
don't
could
have
also
lands because they did this. Oh, that's also fun.
a Wasteland and Tameo.
Yeah, if they have land and push, so be it.
Exactly.
We just need to get ahead. Oh, okay, so we just get the free win.
Yeah, that's
They kept like
strongest
very greedy and
strongest spell in the format. Wasteland.
I wanna sell Toads before they concede, despite they wouldn't be discarding that, but I wanna just see if they play Entomb.
Uh-huh.
I think they concede anyways.
I would concede in their spot, but maybe they will let
And
us
I'll put
see.
them in dark on Reanimator, I would say.
Hmm. Hmm.
Slash tempo. I'm gonna bring this. I think I don't wanna bring the cages. I just wanna bring this right because it can be still tempo. What do you think?
Hmm. Yes. Edict
Yeah, Edict seems good against both versions.
and
I
Barrogoyfs.
and Barrogoyfs, yeah. Don't
The
don't
only
like
thing
this.
what I don't like about Barrogoyfs in this matchup is that they can kill it and then reanimate it.
I like to also dress on actually to beat Atraxa.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's we bring.
Also, it's pretty good against like Nethergoyfs.
But Vaisans show like the power. That was great.
Are we cutting forces?
Uh, I usually can like trim some. I don't know if I'm like always going trim all against the Delver Animator. I like to call the deck basically the tempo Reanimator Delver Animator. I like to call it
Okay.
because they're just playing more fair than the combo. They play now if they are actually on the Reanimator, they play 4 Reanimators, 1 Animated. But they might be playing the normal Reanimator, or they can be even Doomsday because they conceded. So that's why I'm not sure about this trimming the 4. I think I would cut the Teferi. That seems kind
Okay.
of mid.
Yes, but I still want to cut the forces.
Yeah, we can do it. And like, because as I said, if they are Doomsday, the forces might cost us, but we kind of get a free win anyway, so we might play from that.
Yes.
don't like cutting any lands in dark.
Exactly.
So I think we can cut either. I would cut probably Strix, despite like it's good, but I just like all the cards more.
Or you can cut like one on Barrogoyf.
Yeah, that's
But I mean
also yeah.
that's very strong as well. That's really strong. Yeah, difficult.
Yeah, I can see Bargo for Strix, but I would like rather go for Strix to go in blind.
You could also cut Spell Pierce if they are tempo. That's not so good. But maybe good to have some kind of counter spell if they play some.
And 2 more Doomsday cards.
Yes.
And we could also cut a land. I think we should cut the planes and be greedy. And
Okay.
yeah, it might be wrong, but I feel like I like all the spells.
Okay.
I also thought about Wasteland. I mean, mainly now we need to check like what they're actually playing, and after like play from that. So, and we gonna mull it. The planes wouldn't help really with this hand to keep. It's close though. If we have one blunder, this would be A plus hand. But definitely like your list. I think I will either play your list, or I guess after we finish the video, I will show you the other choices, so we don't make this video like million hours. We can just keep mainly your deck basically for the beautiful viewers. So we're keeping this, and of course listeners. I mean,
yeah, this is difficult. Like,
I'm definitely keeping the spells maybe. I think I will actually bottom the Tundra and go from there and be greedy.
Oh, yes. Yes, like Swamp on the draw, Swamp Thoughtseize seems good.
Also possible Island follow up. Okay, so it is actually Doomsday. So we're probably gonna lose.
So we thought it through, right? That cutting forces.
No, but that's why I like to cut planes and keep the spell pierce, for example. And there it is.
So what are we going to do? I think we have to play Tameo.
And hope they don't have it.
Because if we pass, that would be just so obvious, no?
But I feel like I'm gonna pass because we're gonna for A gets through Valen and for B.
Okay.
We have Bowman. I just feel like that we just don't need the Tameo in play. We just need the Bowman in play. And I actually gonna hardcast the Bowman. They can't really beat it.
Yeah. Let's see.
We're looking for Wasteland or for Toadseas or for some Caster Mage.
But even land is good.
Yeah, I don't mind land. Lands are good. We're gonna obviously snap because we're gonna don't give them the brainstorms. Because I feel like if they resolve Doomsday, sometimes we win on board. I feel like I just wanna do this. But of course, they might be playing the version with their Bowmans, but we don't know. I don't know. It's complicated.
Yes. Now they can just hardcast Doomsday.
Yeah. I just don't know. Maybe I was supposed to wait.
I mean, you could play Tameo and keep Spell Pierce, which is probably what I would do.
I just felt they have brainstorm rest because they play their top land. The top land kind of threw me off of my line. Why I choose this line.
Absolutely, could be. Now I'm not sure if we can win.
Also, I was kind of afraid they could just target Doomsday. Yeah, we will just get the information and go game 3 most likely. But I will not concede. We have still the dress down, Tomáš, don't forget.
Yeah, we have dress down. We can draw Thoughtseize. And we can have like Wasteland that can like put him off a bit. And he's on 9. He will be on 7. I mean, it's probably not. It's not enough, probably. But
another Bowman might be enough. We find they could go to 6. Oh no, it's not enough. They go to 6.
But by the way, another great matchup in terms of like it's always interesting to play against Doomsday.
I feel like this whole Legacy is just amazing. That's why I mean I am playing so much Legacy lately again, and I'm basically playing almost basically I have way more decks I wanna even play it out. I don't have even time to play all decks. It's just crazy. But I definitely wanna be probably picking a blue deck for today. I just don't like playing. I mean, blue deck, fair blue deck. Be more specific. I just don't like playing I just feel like the combo in my hands always fails somehow. I'm not a combo player. I tried play a few variants of show and tell. I wasn't really satisfied by. Okay, let's see what they playing. Yeah, they play straight combo.
Do they have creatures?
No, they might do it for game 3 though. They might be playing this kind of
Uh-huh.
cable. Okay, so let's ponder and see if we find Bowman, dress down. Yeah, I think Vason is must be.
Shame we don't have spell pierce up, but
I think we have
I
to
think
keep it.
we probably need to take what we get, right?
So let's see. Next time we're gonna get Brainstorm.
The good thing that what is
What is
this?
this? Yeah, this could be. Okay, they're going for the win already. Okay, fair.
So they need
This is just two cyclers, and they have probably the cavern in hand. I'm assuming
Tavern, Petal, and
they might have Petal. Oh, they have this. Okay, good.
wait.
Yeah,
Oh, they have blue mana.
yeah, they have floating. I just waiting if they have it really in hand. Yeah, they have it. Okay,
Okay.
we need like one more Wasteland, but this basically kind of was like, But you see, my spider senses, Tomáš, are like. I mentioned Doomsday 4 times when we were boarding, and I just couldn't like go. But sometimes I'm wrong. Sometimes, right? We had like a few close decisions, and your line was actually way better. Huh? So we definitely
It's
like
okay.
it's ups and down. We both are sometimes
So
making
we
better
bring
moves.
6 forces.
Yeah, I like that.
We want
The
deafening
Ferry.
silence.
Yeah,
Deafening silence.
defense is also probably the best card. We don't need
We can
Strix or the removals. I guess
yes.
actually we can consider Strixes too in the maybe pile.
Maybe pile, and we can also cut some kind of like planes or what.
We already cut the
Also,
planes.
okay, or swamp. I don't know.
So I would like go
But
like this probably, but we can now. What do you like to do?
also, I don't like Kaito. I would put the Baragov anyway.
You like Baragov more
Or
than Kaito?
and also prismatic ending doesn't really do much, does it?
Yeah, actually, yeah. I would just definitely cut this and maybe bring the more creatures, but I would keep Kaito. I just think it's fine. It's
I
not.
don't think you ever. I
It's
don't
not.
think you ever want to tap out. The only good thing about Kaito is that it's blue and you can pitch to force.
Yeah, but I kind of like it more than the last Baragov.
Okay.
And we have 6 forces.
Do we want to heal spellbomb?
No, I mean only if I know they're playing the Murta regen sideboard.
So maybe you can swap it for something. I'm not 100% sure how to do that. I remember against
Yeah, we can swap it, I guess. I guess the Murta
okay,
regens we anyways kind of like don't expect.
against my Doomsday friend, I brought the Barrogoyf in, but he played Kaito. So I want to have some pressure, but I'm not saying it's correct. Now we have like three. There are like too many 3 mana spells. So please,
I
I
maybe
have.
wanna play the I maybe wanna play the land.
Yeah, fine.
Okay. Let's go. Sorry, you wanted to add something or?
No. I just need to. I'll come back in a minute.
Okay. So yeah, let's see if we can win this game free. Definitely the Doomsday was in the radar of the discussion. Let's go for that game free. They might have some transition into the creature. I feel like it's pretty common to play creatures in Doomsday. But this is a great hand, of course. And hope they don't have it fast. I don't think it's point to getting basics. Get the UC and ponder. Okay, I like all the cards. I'm gonna get the Vason into Spell Appears in case they're gonna discard me. Would be actually interesting if they really go for the Tameo now. they don't get anything relevant.
I'm back.
So I think now I will actually. So we have on top dress down, and now I will actually hold it because they don't know about the spell pierce.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like basically was talking when you was not here, Tomáš. Basically, they could easily make transition into the creatures. It's very common. Like they would like
Yes.
bring bowmans, their battlegroves, and yeah, but that's kind of like the strength of their deck. These mind games, like they have so many possible sideboard piles they can be making the deck. What is this?
Absolutely no idea.
Okay. Hope we don't show that. Okay, we get there. That was really clutch to hide it. I had
Uh-huh.
pile dress down. Dress down. Oh, I was wanted to say I was so scared about it. I was holding my breath, despite like we playing like for just for the pride. The force, but the pile was dress down, spell pierce, and wasteland, and I showed them the wasteland when they played the Duras.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I guess we
So I
play
think
that.
we play that, and we play like Bowmaster,
Yeah, in their upkeep. I think they have brainstorm, but anyways, at least they're gonna have a bad brainstorm.
or
But
maybe not even in upkeep. Maybe if end of turn, probably.
no, I'm gonna do it now to
Okay.
just options if they draw that. But I okay, no, I just had the feeling they had the brainstorm in hand.
Mm-hmm. Shame we can't surveil end of turn.
Would be interesting if they have their bomb and I would be just dead. If they play the bomb.
Hmm.
Oh.
That would be
Double Doomsday?
double ritual, double doomsday. You mean?
Baragov we can kinda beat because we have the Strix. Oh god.
Nah.
That's so they're gonna discard the Strix and play Baragov. What? Their
Hmm.
hand was complete bananas! Okay, so we might actually get negative result, but it happens. It's hard to keep the high winner because also we're like I feel like the painter was winnable, but we can like talk when you're gonna be wrapping it up.
Mm-hmm.
But their design was just supreme. Double, triple shoot, double doomsday, and also discarding my dress down, which I couldn't hide anymore,
Mm-hmm.
and also double basic. Wow, yeah, this was. I don't think we could done anything. Okay. I guess now we can draw the force over though. I'm gonna definitely gonna. We fin in upkeep, right? The game gonna end in one turn anyways. Or would you keep the fetch?
Hmm.
I
I
usually
probably
like to I usually like to fin the deck in these kind of scenarios.
okay. No, do as you please. I will probably just keep it, but because I don't think it makes much of a difference. But you can obviously do that. But I'm just thinking, what can we draw? And I don't really see much.
Hmm. But
I don't.
but yeah, their draw was I think like definitely
Maybe
unexpected.
maybe when we don't know what they're playing, we shouldn't be cutting forces post board. Maybe
Hmm.
that was a mistake from our part.
Hmm.
But it doesn't really happen like in paper. It just never happens, right?
It was very weird game how it played out.
Also, actually, yeah, we would have to
Possible.
go maybe through it, but sometimes you can have like some kind of removal. So they really need to get through the whole deck before they can like oracle you. So that could like give us some time. I don't know, but this is a little bit disappointing for sure, especially after drawing the spell pierce.
Hmm. Opponents like definitely in deep tanks. So they don't have like that easy part like that previous game at least. They go to 8 to 6. It's still like a lot. I would need a second bowman actually to.
I was thinking that maybe second bowman. So they are eight, second bowman 7, 5, and two draws. And then four. I think it's still probably dead, and they're on one life, if I counted correctly. But
Mhm.
that could do something.
I don't think they did any changes in the sideboarding. Yeah, they just kept the combo and just like YOLO it, kinda, yeah. Doomsday is definitely part of like, it's pretty strong, but they just had like the double Doomsday Totsies for the turns down. And we don't find Force in time. So let's go for the finning and see what I'm gonna. I don't think we need divide really. Actually, no, yeah, we can draw deafening sounds. I think it's for Tameo. Okay, actually, let's play this so we can get deeper to the Force of Will.
Mm-hmm.
No. Play the Strix. Bummer.
Hmm.
Bummer, bummer. So they brainstorm. Yeah, they just win with brainstorm, right? Yeah, they just made that like so like the easiest pile. But yeah, basically Bowman would be win, Forza would be win, but we had like only 2 draws.
Mm-hmm.
Either Fan would be a win. Yeah, either Fan would have been a win.
What would be win?
The Force of
Yeah.
Negation.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they misplayed,
Okay.
so we get there. Nice.
Oh really?
They tanked 5 minutes for the easiest pile, but they misplayed.
Oh, that's weird. Feels like we lost this game, honestly. But how
Because
we take it?
they should make a free cycler into the brainstorm, Tomáš, and that would be the win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be the win. What they needed to do. I mean, but I mean, I'm not pleased. So we can definitely in the future play either differently we decide. And yeah, just yeah, basically that's like why I love Legacy is basically keeps you improving and
Yes.
rethinking scenarios, right? We had so many hard decisions there. Like, do we gonna fetch differently? Are we gonna bring this car like right? Like against the painter, we had like million decisions, and I time out and I roped basically. I don't have the time to figure it out.
Yes. Yes, I can see that we could have like instead of Nihil Spellbomb, we could play like the Null Rod.
So let me put it because I'm gonna
Uh,
actually be preparing for the Evan in a few hours.
so and I think honestly, I think that's it. I'm very happy with the main deck. I would not really change anything there. And I'm not sure what were your feelings. I think everything is just really on point.
Only what I'm really fan and what I would like play maybe one more copy is Stock Up. I just love that card and it just. But
Well, you can cut you
yeah.
can cut the Fairy or Snapcaster because they are 3 mana spells. Like Snapcaster is like
Yeah,
that secret
but
3 mana spell.
I think actually I would maybe cut Snapcaster. I think the Snapcaster unfortunately didn't. But I'm not sure. What do you think about over Snapcaster? I just was not like
I
that.
mean, what I like, what obviously, I think whenever we had Snapcaster, it was good. I liked it every time we had it, and it always got the card, and then it
Mhm.
traded with like a Stoneforge Mystic or something. It can enable Kaito. Like remember that you only without Snapcaster you have 10 creatures. Uh, Bowmaster is like more creatures somehow. So you should, I think you want to keep the number of creatures like obviously 10, 11,
Mhm.
probably not such a big difference. But yes, you can have stock up for sure. Maybe that would improve it. Maybe that would be better. I just like Snapcaster. I have some kind of emotional like connection with it, and
I
it's
mean, I
also
also
pretty
love the
good.
card. I also love him to
What
Turach, but we can't unfortunately play it. It's age not
Yes,
valid.
I would love to have one him to Turak as well. That would be great. But with Snapcaster, what I like is that you when you're looking like you can play something from your grave right away. So especially like mid game, it's like any spell you need. You need Thoughtseize, you get it. You need Source Splashers, you get it. You only play one, but you can totally have stock up for sure.
And which card
Uh,
you would cut for the Nurod? I think we can cut one graveyard piece.
I said Nihil Spellbomb.
Oh yeah, Nail Spellbomb. Yeah, I think I
That
agree
that
with you with that.
because the other cards are stronger, but Nihil Spellbomb is good that you can bring it against like fair match, fair deck.
I'm also very about playing second Containment Priest for today event. I feel like this show and tell's gonna be mess of show and tells.
You can totally do that. And in that case, I think I would probably then you have to cut one of the grave hates. Well, like I think Cage is super strong, and I was play too, but
But I feel like now,
then you
I think lately it's like less played the Zenith decks. I would maybe swap it for the
yes,
Cage.
but it's Zenith, but it's also oops all spells.
Oh yeah, the Oops or Spells is a good point.
And surgical is not like good enough against oops all spells, but surgical is great against like Doomsday, Show and Tell, that you can see their hand and navigate correctly against Flusterstorms and such. And you can also
Yeah,
take
definitely.
their like Doomsday, right? You discard Doomsday and you surgical it and they can't win anymore, which
Hmm.
was the case of our last round opponent. So I kind of like to have that one surgical, but definitely it's either cage or surgical that you can cut for it. You can also cut dress down, but I would not touch the other cards really.
I don't like cutting Dresden because I feel like the Doomsday gonna be also part of the. But I mean, we should be theoretically good in Doomsday. But yeah, it's definitely also good. Yeah, don't touch. It's deafening silence. Also, what I think, how do like toxic deluge? I feel like it's not really necessary in this meta.
Yes,
It's
it could be cut as well, but I just like to have one sweeper in my control decks, and usually
I
opponent they don't expect it. It's very very nice against like Nadu, Cephalid,
but I
Elves.
feel like the Nadu is on in Magic Online meta is fall a lot. I don't
Hmm.
expect it much.
Yeah, you can probably you can
Right,
cut
like I'm
that.
just gonna be doing metagame call. I will be
Mhm,
so because I feel like on the top tables I will be seeing oops all spells, show and tells, blue black or Grixis tempo, possibly some one ring deck. That's why I wanted the Nurot. Plus
mhm,
also Nurot is also amazing against the Painter.
mhm.
So I would definitely go for second priest
Yeah,
and for the Deluge probably.
that makes sense, and I hope you'll do well
Yeah,
because
I
I
mean.
think it's good. But I think the main deck you can consider cutting Snapcaster
Mhm.
for sure. That's possible for that stock up. You can again you can cut Teferi, but I think it does quite a lot
But,
for
but
us.
but I think why this Samcast is having big upside, it's you can like also play with the Kaito kinda.
That's what I was saying. That when I said
Yeah.
that otherwise you only
Sorry, I
have 10
misheard it.
creatures to draw, so this is like 11th creature sort of, and yeah, and usually when they don't have obviously when they have anything on board, they will probably just trade with the Snapcaster. Sometimes board is empty. He's attacking with Snapcaster. He's not going to kill it. He has Swords to Plowshares. He's not going to kill
And
it.
also why I
So.
think this stock up is not that impressive because we don't have that many free spells. So if we tap out, it is definitely a bit a cost.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
Yeah, I think I will probably keep this list if I will run it. I need to think through the other non-fair decks I'm considering. But yeah, thank you, Tomáš, for joining and for having big insights today with
Yes.
finally fixed audio.
Yeah, it's my pleasure, and little maybe we could have done better, but I think all the matches were very interesting,
Mhm.
and maybe except for the artifact match where we were basically behind from the start, I think we could have won the painter match, and we somehow I don't know how, but we won the last round, so pretty good.
Yeah, I mean that's why Legacy is a special format. And then, guys, definitely give the comments, share with your friends, and also like if you enjoy this kind of series. And I will see you with the next video. Have a nice day, guys.
Thank you. Bye.